All right, y'all. I think we're close enough to the countdown being over, so I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to my lovely transition screen. Hello, everyone. I am so excited to be hosting another Chrysalis Cup. We have at least 31 people signed up. We're still doing check-ins at the moment, but as usual, I'm expecting it to be a good tournament today. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the game. I'll set up the room, and yeah, we'll get our commentators in here. Here in a couple minutes, we got Omega and Raph. Some familiar commentators that I'm sure y'all have seen before. They always do a good job.
If you tried out
Yeah,
training
should be
mode,
good.
I think you'll find it useful for honing your skills.
Oh, I still have X9 as the password because I was in Nine's King of the Hill lobby a while ago. That was a fun time. Alright. Sweet. So yeah, we are in the room. I like what they did with the room, like with the recent patch. I like how they actually like numbered each like station where there's like a 1, 2, and a 3. We got even more check-ins rolling in, so I'm gonna, while we're waiting, get those sorted out. We even got Fuselit this time around. Like, he doesn't enter all the time because I'm sure he's busy, but it's always nice to see, some new faces, some familiar ones. So I always appreciate everyone that checks in very promptly and makes my job and my TO's jobs a lot easier. So appreciate all of you that have checked in so far. Cool. For some reason I can't find Nora on this list. I might need to refresh it. They were like a last minute ad, which, in an online tournament, I'm kind of used to. I even told Nora, like, it's all good, it's all good. It's the nature of the beast with online tournaments. You have to expect, those last minute signups. You're gonna get, like, it's interesting. I woke up this morning and I think there was 16 or 18 people signed up, which I was kind of expecting a smaller turnout. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like big turnout, like big and small tournaments, but as usual, the last minute signups kind of came in full force and bumped us up to 30. So, yeah. Also, hello, Nix. Hello, Mikkel. And I'm doing well. Just excited for another great Krisalys Cup today. Oh. Okay, well, I might have fucked up on the seeding then because I just saw Wacky Pie in the Discord say that they're Iago greats, and I'll be honest, I kind of seeded them a bit lower just because the way I approach seeding, I don't know if, like, I don't know. I kind of just go off of what I know. So, like, obviously, if there's big names, I put them in the top 8 or higher up. But if I don't know the name, I kind of just put them towards the bottom. So I might have fucked up on the seeding a bit, but you know what? It's all good. We got around 14 more in like 4 hours. I know. I honestly wasn't expecting that. Like I said, don't get me wrong. I enjoy when there's a big turnout, but I'm also perfectly fine with smaller brackets too. Because the way I see it, it's like, I'm doing this for the Grand Blue community, so I don't get too ruffled up if, I have lower numbers, because, like, the ultimate goal of this is to just give people in the community a place to compete. So, so it doesn't matter if, like, only 8 people show up versus 30, you know? As long as there's people that show up, then I'm achieving my goal. But like I said, I'm always pleasantly surprised by the last minute signups. Yeah. All right. Also, hi Roran, how are you doing? Hopefully your ranked grind went well earlier. Cool. So the only people also, it's about 4:45, so I'm going to hop in the commentary booth and we will await my commentators. So you guys just don't have to hear me yap, you know. All right. In the booth I go. But yeah, looks like we're waiting on about 5 more check-ins, which is pretty good. I think these past few times that I've run Krisalys Cup, most people are pretty good about checking in a timely manner, and there's a few stragglers here and there, but you know, that's just the nature of the online tournaments, like I say. Hello, Super Pro. Is this your own cup? It is. It is indeed. The 16th one. I actually started it about this time last year. Maybe I should do something special for my 1-year anniversary. I mean, it's kind of past at this point, but yeah. It started off just as a monthly thing, and then I think a couple months ago I actually made the jump to bi-weekly, and I think I'm content with that. I thought about maybe even going a step further and doing weekly, but also, hey Raph, how's it going?
Hello, it's going good. Good afternoon.
Hey. Sorry, I'm just gonna finish my story real quick. Red Juan's kind of a newer viewer, so I'm giving him the Chris Cup lore, but yeah, I was gonna potentially make Krisalys Cup weekly, but I thought that's a little bit much. I think bi-weekly is a nice balance, you know, because monthly was too little. I think weekly would be too much. And that way then I'm not conflicting with other people that have bi-weekly tournaments on the weekends too, like Clunk's Cookout or Chipped Out. So, also, anyways, how are you doing, Raph?
I'm all right. It's been a relaxing Sunday, and I hope yours has been nice as well.
It has, yeah. I had a chance to sleep in a little bit, you know, catch up on some beauty sleep, did a little bit of reading. So yeah, kind of relaxing for me too.
That's good to hear. Yeah, sleep was the name of the game here. I woke up I went to bed early. I woke up, yeah, not too bad. But then I just laid in bed and I was snoozing until noonish. So I got definitely well over 10 hours. And I definitely needed that. I could still go for some more, but I committed to this, so I'm gonna happily commentate until I fall asleep.
Cool. Well, I appreciate your time. I know you always do a good job, and it's been a bit since I had you. So yeah, let's see if Raph wants to come in, and so yeah. Still says it's monthly. Yeah, I need to update that. So I'll try to do that for the next one. I'm looking at the check-in page, and Fuselit checked in with a picture of Vasaraga like passed out or something. Funny. Yeah, we're just waiting on Omega. I think he said he'll be here shortly.
No worries. Yeah, we got a little bit of time already. Is it a lobby I got to join in game?
Yeah. The password will be the same as it usually is, just Krisalys with a capital K. You got any exciting plans for the coming week?
Nah. It's just been the usual. Nothing eventful until sometime in May when it'll be birthday and other things later on that month.
Ooh.
Yo, hello, what up?
Hi,
No.
Omega. How are you?
Yo, doing all right. Doing all right. Been a lazy weekend for me.
Same here. But sometimes we
I
need
wish.
those, you know? Sometimes it's nice to kind of like catch up and on your sleep and just relax, you know? Because sometimes you just get so caught up in the hustle and bustle and
Yeah, feel that. So definitely took advantage of it. Just played a bunch of gotcha games and did nothing productive. So enjoying it while it lasts.
yeah, I see you've been doing a lot of, I think, like Wuthering Waves, what else? Endless Zone Zero?
Yeah, just there's anniversaries coming up for those games, so I figured might as well grind it out now and be ready for when the new banners hit.
Mm-hmm. So hi, Sage. And if you want to join the room as well, Omega, it's just the same password, like Krisalys with a capital K.
Sweet. All right.
And
Yeah,
yeah,
how are you, Raph?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I'm all right. Just tried to relax this weekend, but Saturday was busier than I'd like, and today was like the really chill day. I didn't do too much except for just making sure I was ready ready for some commentary. I'm excited to just talk about some Grand Blue and have a good time with y'all.
Yeah, sweet. I'm a big fan of listening to your commentary for a while, and yeah, happy that I get a chance to commentate with you.
Well, that means a lot. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, and we're gonna have a fun time here, just hanging out with some good folks and having a good one. It's a fun weekend for some Grand Blue. I know a lot of offline tournaments and a couple online ones this weekend, which has been exciting to just watch and spectate all of that.
Yeah, because I think this weekend there was level up, right?
The Level Up Expo, which Riazzo took, and then there's a tournament
Yeah.
called Max Mode in Atlanta, Georgia, that had some folks there. I don't know who took that one though.
Yeah, it was kind of surprising. My friend Yolksup, who plays both Percy and Siegfried, like sent me a clip of during a Grand Blue. I think it was at Level Up Expo. The commentators were talking about just all the tournaments for Grand Blue. You know, there's a lot of like online ones. I mean, like, and they actually mentioned Krisalys Cup, which was kind of
that's awesome.
Yeah.
was kind of a
You're
shock.
consistent. Yeah, you're consistent and you're there, so that's what's up.
Yeah. So,
People will be seeing your events, that's great.
yeah. You're not gonna.
And Max, go.
Oh no, I was just saying like well, because they started out with TNS, which I mean everyone knows what that is. Like it was TNS, Krisalys Cup. I'm like, yo, what? So.
That's awesome.
Yeah, what were you gonna say? Sorry.
I was like, Max Mode was won by Laid Way Back. They beat Senpai Spider in grand finals. That's cool.
Oh, nice. That was offline.
Makes sense.
That was the other offline one. Yeah. So
Oh, cool.
Two good
Wow.
offlines.
Yeah, laid way back and offline is always fun to see.
Agreed. They both play 2B, don't they? I think
Senpai does Matera and 2B. I don't know if they want to play the
yeah.
mirror, but yeah, that's been their go-to since Matera sometimes is a rough character to play.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
So hi, Suitor Dude. I love your name. I feel like I've probably told you that already, but yeah. Welcome to the room, Mikkel.
Chris, what's the password for that room?
It's just Krisalys with a capital K.
Okay. I guess the wrong one.
No worries, no worries.
Okay, I am all set in the spectating chair whenever y'all get things going.
Yeah, I think we're just waiting on a few more check-ins. We'll give them like maybe, and it goes until 5, so we have time. But should make a diorama for the winner if you want. Hello, Omega.
Yo yo yo.
I like your I like the ballin.
Yeah, Lyria always balling.
Yeah. And we just have 3 more check-ins left. We'll give them a few more minutes. Yeah, how have you been, Omega? I feel like it's been a bit.
Just been taking a little bit of a break from Grand Blue, just for a minute. I figured this is probably the best time to do that before we get more news of Galleon. I guess in probably a couple of weeks. I'd assume probably Evo Japan is when we'll get some updates there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when does Galleon come out again? I forgot. That's.
They haven't announced any official date yet. I just know it's
alright.
probably early summer, but no telling really.
Yeah.
I think they said spring. I don't remember exactly the season, but you know, in quotes, spring could I think still technically be like sometime in May. Like, I don't know the actual first day of summer. I think that might be sometime in June.
Mm-hmm. Call me when they release Wellness. Isn't Wellness gonna be like one of the last ones come out? I don't
He's
quite remember the order.
he's after Galleon, I believe. So I think he's supposed to
Oh,
be
okay.
end of summer probably.
gotcha.
Is the guess, yeah.
Cool.
I think it's Wilness, Meg, and then Ilsa in beginning of next year.
Okay, also hi Asto. Still waiting for Sandalphon. What do you mean? He just came out.
Nah, it's the beta version of Sanophon. They'll release the actual full release, you know, in the next bounce patch.
Oh, you mean like a patch noted Sandalphon or
Yeah, I know like the opinion of Sanophon is like not too high, and I think that's just what he means is hoping for some buffs to make it
Yep.
more usable.
I see, and thank you for the follow, Yoruko Lolly Qroy. Hopefully I said that right. Not the best with names. Sandy is very, very mid. Yeah. Which is unfortunate, because I know there was a lot of people that were in the, you know, quote-unquote, Sandalphon waiting room, and I think a lot of people were a little disappointed.
Yeah, I believe in Psy games though. They'll make sure that the poster child of Grand Blue will get the buffs he needs.
Yep.
I was pretty convinced he was going to come out like just be absolutely broken, but yeah, was not the case. Kind of surprised by that.
Yeah. I was expecting it too, because I even tried him a little bit at Frosty Faustings, and I mean, he seemed good, but I guess that was like more of a controlled environment, so sometimes it's hard to gauge, you know, how a character will actually perform until they're released.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure during a lot of those, like the opportunity that people had to play Sandalphon early, it was probably Sandalphon mirrors, and they were probably also using the elements against each other, so they were taking even more damage before we knew that that's how the elements worked.
Right.
So I think, because I remember people saying that they thought Sandalphon had really crazy damage because of that, but it was just the debuff that he gets when he's in his elemental forms.
Yeah. Okay, we're just waiting on, I think this looks like one more check-in. We'll give them a
All good.
little bit more time, but
So who all do we have featured today in the bracket?
mixture of like new and familiar faces, which is usually the case for. So I got 2 hydrate redeems, and I'm bad.
Yeah, we got Yoro,
Yeah.
we got Myzisco here, Tori, Char. We've got Shiro is here as well. Uselet is in bracket too. Nothing. Gali is here. We got quite a few names here.
Super, yeah.
Right.
The children yearn for the online bracket.
So I'm sorry, Ecto. The only thing I have next to me to hydrate is a Mountain Dew. I don't know if that counts. But
Hmm.
I will drink it anyway. Alright, also, I didn't realize that, Wacky Pie is actually, Iago. So,
Oh, is he?
yeah, I guess I didn't know that. Like,
Ah,
like I was saying earlier, I don't think you were in the room when I mentioned this, Omega, but usually when there's a name I don't recognize, I tend to put him more towards the bottom.
yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, probably not. Probably not Dragalia
So,
round one then. Yeah.
yeah, so right now, my TOs are redoing the seating, but after that, we'll start marking matches and getting started.
You know, that might be the
Yeah.
first time I've seen Iago put in a weird name in Start GG. It's normally just in Granblue.
Yeah, in Grand Blue,
That's
it makes sense. People change their names in the game, like they change their underwear, but yeah, you don't see it often in the actual Start GG.
it's always funny to do because like you're committed for like 30 days if you do that in Start GG.
Yep.
But then like they should have like a historical like tag review so you can see what people were named beforehand.
Yeah, that would be nice. That would be helpful. Because I think like I mean, the stats are still tracked. So if you like
Mhm.
view the name, I guess you can tell that way.
Oh yeah, there gotta be like a database entry just to keep that simple for folks that unless someone started with a troll name from the get-go, then sure you will never know.
Is this the same account? Huh.
Iago said he had to wait a month to change it back. Yeah.
it takes 30 days before you can do that because I did
didn't know
that for locals. I just changed my name to something funny, so I gotta wait till like the near the end of May. I can switch it back, but I don't plan on entering. I was like, I'm not planning to enter any like major events, so I don't have to worry about like not that I'm gonna get seated for anything, but
Mm-hmm.
like if you do
Yeah,
it
like,
just for shits and giggles for like locals, then sure, right? But doing it for like a big major,
Yeah. Because what happens if you're on stream? You gotta live that down.
and then you're being Silent Hooper, who likes to enter as names that people have to don't go skirt around saying, but the joke is there.
yeah. I mean, you could just for him, you could just say Jack or whatever, you know.
Exactly.
Right,
But yeah,
yeah.
There's some
yep.
there's some people that like leaned into it pretty hard. They would just say the entire name every single time and make it a point, which I think is also funny. But you know,
BRB.
at least he's back on silent now, I think.
Hmm.
Sorry, I'm just reading Suitor Dude's BRB, changing my name to Chained Up Lancelot. Oh god.
Mhm.
Then Nick says, good luck to all competitors. If there's any Uno bros, I send my energy to them. Usually don't see very many Unos, but that's kind of always been the case.
Yeah, even if he's all right, never a character that's just popular. Just kind of how it goes when you're a kind of a very peculiar character that has had like some success at tournaments and is interesting to watch. But yeah, it's not like people are going out of their way to be like, I gotta play as this little dude.
Right.
Yeah, he's definitely underrated for
Alright.
sure. I think he's pretty good.
Is that sigh of all right saying that we're about to get the party started?
Yes, so I'm gonna take a look and start doing some stream matches. See, I usually try to prioritize people that haven't been on stream before, or at least like some newer faces. So let's do a my Zisco versus Verity.
Oh, nice. Yes, I'm down for that.
Okay. And then let's also do I trust in my CAG player in the bracket. Who's that?
Probably talking about Shiro.
Oh. Shira got. Yeah, it's Shira's entered a couple of. I think Shira actually won a Krisalys Cup. I don't quite remember which one it was. It was one of the earlier one. I think Krisalys Cup 6 or something.
Yeah, it was pretty early on. I remember we did the player interview with him.
Yeah, that was so long ago.
Yeah, done 15 of these so far. Now we're on number 16.
I know, it's crazy to think. Alright, I got my first 3 matches. We're gonna have my Zisco versus Alverity, followed by Zai versus Vidril, and then Dragalia versus Nora for round 1.
Well, sweet. Happy to see my Zisco in this bracket. I told the Fairy players in the Fairy Discord that I'll gas them up if they're ever on stream. So it's very easy to gas up my Zisco. He's one of the main guys that labs out Fairy Tech for everybody else. He's the dude that found the Ed combo the second that or on patch 1.5 whenever Fairy got the changes to her SBA, the juggling back and forth between hitting the ball. So he's been in the lab a while. He's he's got some very interesting routes.
For sure. Let's see. Okay, we're just gonna wait for our first competitors to hop in the room. My TO has given them the password and everything. Yeah, I'm excited, you know.
Yeah, big time same here. Good luck to everybody competing today, and may the best Skyfarer reign supreme. Always excited to see how it all plays out, and of course, make sure you're giving a big follow to Miss Krisalys hosting this tournament. You know, bi-weekly, having a good time, bringing different commentators in, and just showcasing a lot of the community and having some fun.
Yeah.
Yep, it costs you nothing to follow, so do it. It's free.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it. Don't feel like you're obligated to, but like I said, I appreciate the support. Alrighty. We got our first competitors in the room, and we've given the go-ahead to everyone else not on stream to start. So yeah, we are good to get this show on the road.
All right, looks like Alverity is going to be playing the Nier, potentially, going to this. I do recognize the name. The character escapes me. I mean, I guess it must be the Nier, seeing that Grandmaster symbol next to their name. This will be not a fun matchup for Alverity. I mean, I feel like a lot of matchups now with Nier aren't very good for her, but
Right,
especially now with how like Fairy does a really good job of keeping her out, and you know the buffs that Fairy's been getting in combination of the nerfs that Nier's got has been a bit difficult. But here we go, going into our first game of Krisalys Cup number 16, Alverity versus Myzisco. Let's see how this plays out.
Excited to see. I mean, interesting neutral kind of from both, right? I think if Alverity can play stuff with like jump U effectively, maybe able to get in using tools like that just to get death nice and close in some capacity. But yeah, just being able to navigate like that, unless you get a full jump and whip punish, not a bad way for Alverity.
Yeah, gets the side switch here too. A little bit of that refund. Just gotta hold it down here. Nice challenge out here for Myzisco to find out the GG. Take more of that space. The backdash is coming through, but we're gonna go ahead and get a full conversion off of the ultimate skill there, and that still hits. What do you mean that still hits? Did not think that was gonna cross up at all.
Hey, it's just very sneaky, just using the air reset just to make the most of the situation and make that hard to block. Another full jump in as well. Myzisco not getting these anti-airs already, and this is going to be a good start for Alverity. Just having this corner, nice little life lead. They can really just play to their strengths and force Fairy to have to get into their ranges.
Yeah, just gotta be respectful of death behind you here, but still finds the hit. Alverity gonna keep it going. Wow, I think that was a interesting cancel there for them. Okay, challenge out here, trying to find something, but death is not available here, but the anti-air coming through. Close enough to the corner here to get a little bit of conversion with GG setups. Nice DP.
Oh, I love that. Just delay at the last second, anticipating either the overhead or anything else getting pressed. There's the EX spin, and that's going to be a nice game one for Alverdi. Again, just jump scare tactics still paying off super well. Especially because, like, if you're catching Fairy out of the startup of her attacks, then that can just be really difficult because that damage adds up so quickly.
Oh, yeah, for sure. All right, another jump in here. These jumps have been working out pretty well here for Alverdi. We've only found a few anti-airs so far. The low gonna work out though. And yeah, unfortunately didn't get the conversion that they were looking for. But now Myzisco has a chance with the corner thanks to those buffs, and the crouching confirm also means we're gonna cash out here for super. For sure.
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing here. Spending everything. This is beautiful. Lead that Myzisco did not really have.
Nice.
The combo with the GG off the Raging Strike. Really nice little setup there, especially considering there were no more Brave points on the side of Alverdi. So Myzisco having a little bit of life here is going to need a lot more. Want to see maybe get a game. Let's see an early game 3. Both players playing really good though.
I guess with media setup here, but we've got the corner. Just got to be patient. Just got to watch out for Beyblade is part of it, but there comes the ult skill once again. It's just the, like you were saying, Raph, like the jump scares are just still really good off of that EX Beyblade and even the ultimate.
Just like that, the vacuum. Try to get a full combo extension. Still, though, that lead for Alverdi, super strong. The corner of the swap did not fall for the drill that time. And without death here, still finds the auto combo. And, you know, I think if I'm near and I have to wait for my death gauge to come back, I'm not like the saddest if I'm fighting Fairy from full screen.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you can kind of wait it out a bit.
Oh,
Found the counter hit. Gets the dash shell follow up just because it was a little bit too far away for anything else.
I like that.
Super.
Really good adjustment. Just having that knowledge to make that the most of it. Find the SBA here, get the GG out, and just crush that health. Just finish it off, no problem. The extension, everything there. Myzisco just beautiful on all accounts. All from that one counter hit, close heavy, and then just being able to just turn that all the way around with just some great sequences.
Yeah, nice challenge there for Myzisco to beat out death. And oh, whoa, interesting little conversion there off the anti-air close medium. But yeah, no death available for Alverdi. Nice block on the overhead. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and try to make something happen here, but just can't find the frame trap they're looking for.
Oh, great first mapping. Both these players just going all out of their way. But Myzisco just has made so many good calls here and just taking advantage of their character's strengths with all of that range, all of the power and the control. If they can
and I really like that setup there with the ball super to like not combo into it specifically to set up for the high-low, because it's actually just, I think, better overall just to drop your combo and then convert, or then do the ball super in order to like force the next interaction.
Yeah, it all depends like how much damage you got initially, right? So just making the most of it. There's the side swap GG setup. Good blocks here from Alverdi. Didn't block that overhead though. Has to take a lot of damage while they're waiting for death to come back, but immediately send it out. And gonna get a full jumping combo, little conversion. Waiting for death to come back again, but very even. Unless.
Really nice. Good conversion there.
Oh.
Okay, this is still a little bit scary because, I mean, Fairy does not have the most health. If you find a good hit here, you might just be able to kill her.
All right, great ultimate skill there. And even better, Brave counter. Comes in next hit, wins, good block.
Woo! That was at the last second, too. That was so close.
Oh,
nice
and a call out. You got to kill here.
Oh my gosh, that was really weird. And that's enough, though, for Myzisco to close it out with the 2M into the special. And yeah, 2-1 in his favor moving forward.
I was really hoping for maybe more of an extension. I didn't see the combo limit hit, but they wanted to find something tricky. But just Fairy landed outside of death, so wasn't even having to block the slashes, and then it was just that one max range hit. Just what a way for that to finish, but a great match to start things off.
Yeah, for sure. Pretty high level match too. Those are two really good players too.
Yes, for sure. Okay. So looks like next up we got Zai versus Vidril.
Well, I recognize the name Vidril. Zai Chi. I don't know how you say Xi. Is it Chi?
I think it's
That
Zai.
Is it Zai? Okay.
I guess you think xylophone, right? If you want to go that route.
That's fair.
But all right, variety is gonna be my favorite part about online tournaments. Even just offline Granblue, it's just all the way across. Everyone brings a lot of different characters to the table. It's like, oh, this character's so strong. This character's OP, but we'll have like a all unique character top 8, and it's great.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's like my favorite part about fighting games, is seeing all the different character specialists come through, and two characters that we don't really see all that often. And we've got Vidril here on the UL, and then Zai on the Avatar Belial, which pretty crazy character. Definitely got some really good specials, really good buttons in general. But he's just made of paper, so if you make one mistake, you just kind of die. Like this.
Vidril brought the scissors. Yep, gonna slice right through. Should be no problem getting that first round. And just I look at Yule as a character that's not like massive damage unless she has like bar for some situations. So just being able to tear through Avatar Belial just raises her stonks up pretty decently. Ooh, nice jump there.
Oh my gosh, the no punish on the DP. That was a weird interaction. We got the mix going overhead again. The third one does not come through. We find the punish. Yeah, -6, so very aware of your punish there.
All right, I like that meaty DP right back at you. Just both players starting to get a little feisty. Gets the unblock. This is pretty good, despite losing some life here, which honestly keeps it pretty even. I think Zai, Zoe has just been keeping it close because that's just how the character's designed, right? Like if you don't kill here, which you will, it was still like a scramble away from just losing the round.
Yeah, I can never play characters like this because like you're always on you're playing at a razor's edge all the time. Like especially for a character like Avatar Belial who hurts himself by doing his specials. Like you make one little mistake, you just die.
All right though, he's making the right calls here. Small drop though, it's always scary, but a 6-0 in your future will at least keep them okay here. They have the bar, probably gonna spend it. Yeah, very smart.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, not opting for the reset here. But I mean, next interaction is gonna do it here for Zai. Oh
Nice
my!
catch.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like that a lot. Just making sure to take advantage of the spacing there on the rocks to be able to just kind of bully afterwards.
Okay. It's nice, just back and forth all the way around. Go for the stance, get the big old grab. And this is where I want to see some from Vidril. Get their offense going consistently. Maybe don't just do overhead 3 times in a row. Not ever a bad thing, but once it messes up, right, you give up that turn for scant damage. You really want to force people to like press a button and counter hit them with the overhead for extension. But look at that lead. Nice.
Very good setup there. I like that whiff to him, or stance to him setup to bait out the Brave counter there, so able to get the kill there. That's the thing that this character does very well. I think UL's Vortex is very good. You just got to get there. You got to get him to the corner, and then you got to start Vortexing.
No, okay, she's darting out of there. Doesn't want anything to do with any kind of scramble here. Belial just projectile city. Nice slow advance here from Vidril, just making their space slowly but surely, but kept away and looks Half-Life already gone, just trying to close the gap.
Yeah, you have to be careful here. You have 1 BP to your name, and you don't have a lot of health, so if you get hit here, it's gonna be a little dicey.
Okay. Simple pressure. Gets the overhead. Time for some dancing. Even better, Brave counter, but no Brave counter here, so small combo and SBA will be enough. Vidril's just gonna find that hit.
Oh no. Okay, then finally found it. Yeah, that was something that Vidril was looking for. Anytime that fight happens, they've been going for that EX backdash to try to catch all the options out of it. And that's why sometimes you'll see that happen and he'll just kind of go, or they'll go right underneath and have those weird interactions happen. Like right there again, just opting for it to just deal with all the options.
Oh, well, gets a dive. little bit of an extension again. Sometimes you gotta wait though. Is it worth losing that little bit of life for that like scan amount of damage? 6/6H, no good. We get the punish on it as well. I like that idea to get the punish on the DP, just not fast enough. Now you're in a one-hit touch scenario. Okay, good answer.
Yeah, this should work though. Yeah, for sure. I wasn't sure because she was kind of technically in the air because she did the overhead, but gotta find something to get out of this situation.
Oh, but then again, the stance low.
Oh, but no combo, and then just wait it out, and that's gonna be enough. Yeah, if we don't drop it.
Wow, what a unfortunate, a little bit of throw at the end of that, right? Everything was there, I think, just for maybe an extra part of the extension from you all just to seal the deal, but one small drop is another man's treasure.
Yeah, for sure, and then finds the low. Gonna opt in for another mix-up here. Up immediately out, and then the DP gonna get the dash H punish here too. So this should be coast to coast.
Yeah, this time we're not dropping those. We're still at a deficit because it's Avatar Belial. So despite all of that, it's a huge starter. You're still on the losing end of this. That just feels so bad.
Yeah, and you got 50 now, but I mean, you can maybe kill if you get the hit.
Dip over.
Oh,
what a cross up. Big risk DP. You have no life to your name.
yeah, just gotta be very careful about what specials you use here.
Okay.
Oh, not quite, but you are at chip.
Oh, it's extra scary. Now both players, any little thing can finish it. Just dashing away the air. What a hit. Okay, Vidril's still in alive. Still in it, but I kind of feel bad because Z just had such big like punishes and great moments. It's just the nature of the character just did not keep up.
Yeah, for sure. We find a big counter hit here, though. We're gonna be able to get the wall bounce. All right, stance it up. Nice reversal out. I like that. Should be able to get something else going. DP immediate. Yeah, that's the UL classic, man. You do the back step follow up and then DP afterward.
Gotten so much mileage from this. Just brave counter her away, but still, that's such a risk. You have only one brave point. Your DP costs you some life, despite how good it might be, and now you're back in a position where like chip or one good uppercut, that'll be a wrap.
Yeah. Oh, finds it though. Do we have enough here? If we can get to the wall.
We have the meter.
Oh,
we have
he just
SSBA.
got it. Yeah.
Okay. Oh wait, combo it though.
Oh, he did super though. He did it. Does it? What happens? What happens here?
Nice.
Oh, he wins out on it with the SSBA. Man, and then that is, Zai gonna take that 2-1 in a pretty intense little last interaction there.
Just crazy. I love that finish. Both players just putting all the super on the line, recognizing that, you know, Chip could have done it, but knowing that I don't have to get chipped. I have the more invincible, the better super, and just what a way. Just I love that. The brawl is basically just playing like 10 paces. Just who draws first.
Yeah,
I mean, like if Yule did her super second, then maybe she gets like what she needed out of that, right? So it's like one of those little moments. It's hard to really say how it could have played if the timing was different, but still really fun to see.
Yep, for sure. To the lab we go to find out how that works.
Well, 2 good matches, kicking things off. A lot of fun. Again, just the early part of the tournament, seeing a lot of different folks you don't really see at the end of like those top 8 or top 4s, just battling it out, put on a show, and Lancelot versus Beatrix will be the next little show we get to watch here as the parade of players continues at Krisalys Cup.
Yeah, it's cool to see a Lancelot again. I mean, that character was kind of all over the place early on, and now that he keeps getting nerfed and things get scaled back, you don't see Lance as much as you used to. And it's usually like the character loyalists that have stayed with it, which I'm a fan of character loyalists. I love people that stick with their character through thick and thin. So I'm interested to see what we're going to have coming out here.
All prepped.
Okay, here we go. Going into our third game of Krisalys Cup, number 16. Beatrix Void Bunny already pushing land to the corner here.
I know. I mean, Lancelot just wants to take her on a date. Got a nice set of flowers. Suited it all up, but she's not having any of it. She
Dude.
is only interested in one person, and right now, Lance is having a struggle. Got a small hit, instead dashed around. Is still stuck in this corner, which you would think with Lancelot having like the wall jump and turbulence, those options like that, you wouldn't be in this kind of situation. But no, Void Bunny just relentless pressure.
Yeah, a little bit of a scramble happening there in the corner. Just kind of worked out a little bit better there for Beatrix.
Okay. Counter hit. There's that extension there off the riding free. No, close up to the corner for the wall bounce, but it's very scary here if you're a Lane Vane Truther because you are just stuck in such a bad position. Oh my goodness.
Oh man, yeah, this should be enough to kill if we don't drop, I believe. Maybe not. Nope. Doesn't find the meter that they're looking for. DP out though. Gonna be able to get the side switch if we want it, but does not do it. Now we get the brave counter. Oh no, I don't think that DP was intentional, but maybe it was.
Oh, but the drop, unfortunate there with a pixel of life left. I mean, Chip will do it, or just a close light. And tough little position to be in. Like you get the block on the uppercut, you get the big counter hit combo side swap. You don't get the full extension, so you don't maximize your damage, get your meter return. Those little things just add up in a tough moment there. But let's see if we can just find those small hits and see if we can turn this around a little bit, or else Beatrix Void Bunny is going to run away with this.
We found the counter hit though. We're gonna get the side swap once again. Now Land Vane, excuse me, gonna be having his turn in the corner. Ooh, trying to bait out the brave counter here, but yeah, does not fall for it. Able to get the punish on the spot dodge. Ooh, nice extension there.
Okay, just jumps out of the corner, no problem here. Finds the overhead counter hit as well, so we get that hard knockdown. But like that, Land Vane waiting a little bit for a wake-up reversal of any sort and puts on their offense and telling Beatrix, no, this date isn't for you. I gotta go find Vane. I am late.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the wrong partners on both sides.
All right, mashing afterwards, but immediate right back at you. And I even like that, using the extension to get as much damage as you can here.
So yeah, finds the mash here from Land Vane, and this is not quite enough to get the kill. We're gonna reversal out though, side swap if we can. There it is. Finds the low, but can't find the conversion, and this is not looking good. Yeah, then that's Void Bunny gonna take another round here.
Yeah, and any small mistake, especially as Lancelot, just feels so bad. It's all momentum, right? But Beatrix can like turn her momentum around, no problem. Small drop become resets for her, no problem, easily. Lancelot feels like this doesn't have that juice as much anymore for that kind of like, small errors.
Yeah, for sure, and he excels so much in the corner, and Land Vane's not been able to really do like the Lancelot Vortex at all, and it's really just been Beatrix Void Bunny just kind of keeping in control of everything here. I don't know if we're gonna get enough for super, but we don't need it. The Raging Strike, Raging Chain will be enough to close it out, and that is a 2-0 for Beatrix Void Bunny.
Oh, solid finish there. Well done. Just stayed solid, found their hits, pressed in the right spots, and just made the most of all the situations. So really good stuff to just keep on going. Beatrix, we know her as one of the strongest characters right now, and ample representation can really make short work of any bracket character that most people are prepared for in most capacities. But man, she will get you goosed if you're not careful.
Yeah, for sure. She's strong for a reason, and I think some of the simplicity is part of why she's strong. She's got a pretty straightforward game plan. She does great damage. Very stable, I think, for bracket play too.
Oh, for sure. It's always good to have stable characters like that, and play whatever you like at the end of the day, but recognize that you really want to hedge your bets with characters that are really able to deal with most of the BS that's in this game. So we'll see how well Siegfried can deal with the fairy here, as Siegfried enjoyers rejoice. The Dragon Knight is making his appearance here.
Yep, another Dragon Knight. Yep, back to back. I guess who's the best Dragon Knight now? Is it Percival? Is he the best?
Yeah, I'd say Percival.
Yeah.
There is
another character that's like not seen that much.
Yeah, I mean, some people want to play Granblue, other people just want to do Ultimate Flame Carpet and just laugh. Not
Yep.
everyone's built for that kind of life.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, yeah, so we've got this should be Asto versus Wacky Pie, aka Iago. I mean, I guess we're just gonna be rocking the Wacky Pie name because that's what he is in Star GG. That's what he is here. And one thing you'll definitely be, one way you'll be able to know for sure that this is Iago is if you see the second he gets touched, he will brave counter. The minute he gets 100 bar, he'll do SBA. Zip, yep, do it again.
Oh my gosh, the dodges, yeah. We were ready for a lot of that, but now we're at a position where, like, yeah, that was a 2-piece. And that was a third of her life. Wake up reversal just to keep okay here.
That reached?
Bye.
Excuse me. That was a great jumping button there from Asto.
I just never go over the fact that, like, no, Siegfried did get nerfed, and Siegfried Doomers were just like, oh my goodness, and that's like the only character to have like 2 double representation at the Arc World Tour Finals top 8.
Right? Yeah. For sure. He's definitely a lot weaker. Now he's a lot more normalized, is I guess the proper word for it.
No, but still has everything you need to really make things happen, Those buttons are still really strong. Yeah, you can't just do, light into down heavy, but you still get a knockdown, you still get uppercut, right? So there's adjustments you have to make, but once you get like up close, big damage can happen, and from far away, you still has everything you want.
Okay, there's the ball. The double grab coming through. This should be definitely enough to close it out.
So wacky.
Yep, whiff grab and a whiff grab is or whiff grab into grab that works is my favorite. Okay. All right, gonna go ahead and get that brave counter. Get the hard knockdown here too, so you're able to guarantee the GG. Finds the hit, able to combo all the way to the corner we go. Ooh, but the wall of a projectile still enough, and the dude 2M is still such a freaking good button, man.
I love everything about it. The active frames, the range, everything you could hope for. But overhead, double overhead.
Just try it again. That was a really weird ball angle because it bounced off the wall in a very weird way, so it couldn't actually find the conversion that Iago wanted.
What a hitbox. And the dodge, trying to make a read on just going for brave counters. But, what's nice from Iago is like, hey, I have so much life. There is no worth in just going for early brave counter there, where it's like, I don't have to do much. I can take a grab. It's a-okay if I don't just immediately do it with such a big life lead. It's a nice little just awareness, since it looks like, Siegfried just been attempting to read that constantly. So
yeah, and that's like definitely something that a player like Iago will make you do, is like you really want to stop brave counter as best you can to kind of dissuade it, but like spot dodge as your answer is just so risky because of those situations. GG might punish the roll here, but not enough. Finds the low with the ball. You might be able to get enough here to kill.
Oh yeah, no, that's great. Now you gotta guess. High, low. Which way do we go? We go for the low, and it's match point Iago.
Yep. Just keeping everything in control here. And yeah, again, Iago is just he's not afraid of brave counter, and I think that's like the main thing that sets him apart from other fairies that play. Like he'll brave counter even if it looks like it's dumb. He'll ball super to make sure he gets that extra BP back.
Okay. More massive damage too. Like this corner just backing up. Say, yeah, try to bust out. I dare you. Just waste that bar. And now this is the toughest part, right? Being in this situation, although Fireball having that hitbox on startup has worked out so effectively. Now we can just super with impunity since there's no super back to bust through.
Yeah, no meter here. So we're going to push it to the corner. So even though you didn't actually have to deal with the ball, now he's got the corner and just going to catch the roll with the GG toss. And Iago, aka or Wacky Pie, excuse me, moving on in brackets. I think that puts them into top 8 qualifiers.
All right. Keeping things wacky. I like it. Nice little finish there. As I see, like the other setup, everyone's just having some little sets, warming up as you're hanging out. So that's the vibes I appreciate. Not everyone's just here focused on the event. They're also here just seeing to play, just play, prepare, warm up.
Yeah, I
for
agree.
sure. I definitely like the lobbies in this game. I think the lobbies are nice, or the rooms, excuse me.
Yeah, I think we have access to just a rank queue, so it's nice, right? We're not just forced to just always have to do one or the other. Like some games, you get the luxury of just queuing up.
Yeah, if you would have told me 5 years ago that we'd have so many online brackets and so many people like down to play online fighting games, I would think you're crazy.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think 100 like they'd be the most prominent tournaments, sure, right? Because I know like online events were there before COVID. I was hosting BB tag events that had like good numbers and people were eager to play. Just in between like online majors and stuff, offline majors and stuff. So like the hints of it was there. It's just we got jump started in 2020, right?
Yeah, but now we live in a post rollback era, so that's it's great to see. I love seeing it.
Well, all right. Catalina and Vasaraga Fuselit versus Rena. Already just immediate counter hit on the run up from Rena getting caught out. Playing very fast. So this is so far a bit spooky because Fuselit has been just catching them and calling them out for just the offense. And all this damage has already happened, although the 668 whiffs.
Ooh, wow, yeah, what a roll through that, actually. And then, oh man, we are gaming out here. I respect it. I respect it.
I don't know what
Finally
activated
hit.
Rena's elements, but they are popping off.
All right, you don't have any more BP here. Do you have enough to kill? Yeah, for mid-screen, not quite. But, I mean, this is still not looking great for Rena. And then, yeah, that air-to-air for Fuselit going to work out.
All right, spicy match. I like this. I like Rena just going for broke. Immediate sees the jump, runs under, jumps again, but a huge counter hit. Maybe don't go for broke because you're breaking into many pieces, and that's not very becoming.
All right, sorry, excuse me for just a second. Something just happened.
All good. Okay, the fadeaway hit, ultimate fireball. Fuselit just attentive, destructive, the dodge, the throw, and a perfect as well. Oh, super good. What a great first game.
Destroy. Round one. Commence.
Okay, triple attack, gets the scoop, power up with the Soul Forge, and now we're just cooking. Catalina, despite how great her buttons can be, just runs into gets grabbed. Fuselit just happy to find this damage wherever they can, and as long as the armor makes things so hard for Rena, cannot get anything going. Oh my goodness, what an anti-air, what a kill. Fuselit just another day in the office. Goodness.
Yeah, Fuselit's good. He's good. All right, but Rena's got the corner now, so let's see if we can make something happen. Wow, what a sweep to disrespect the march, because I don't think Fuselit had armor there.
Overhead. Rena's best chances here, and gonna need it, right? Down 3 rounds straight. Going for these 6XLs, had the hit, but instead went for the unique skill, and the dash cancel gets punished, and Fuselit's gonna go for that coast to coast.
Yeah, now armor up. Now things become a lot harder. Oh man, the air-to-air gets punished because of the weird way that got blocked. Okay.
All right. Needy Raging Strike. That's the last of the breakpoints. Gets the jump over and then immediately cancels the stomps into ultimate command grab. Oh my gosh. Fuselit, you are the smartest until you lose the round there. Oops, but still, wow.
Yeah, that was a good air-to-air for Rena there to be able to close that out. And yeah, it's really just been, if you can get Fuselit to the corner and just kind of bully him for a bit. I mean, that's just kind of like the boss weakness, right? If he doesn't have armor, he kind of just really struggles to challenge out of situations. What the heck was that? Air-to-air blocked Like went from the left side, the right side.
What a Soul Forge. Just what a hit. Counter hit Soul Forge. There's a jump, but at least Rena's, again, zero fear. And I appreciate that. Gets landed into the scoop. Can only take one hit. I smell an armor again. And that'll be that.
Yeah, usually gonna take that. And yeah, it's definitely weird. Fighting Voss is kind of, you kind of have to really know how to deal with armor and how to like, you gotta like respect it to a certain degree. The game definitely changes quite a bit whenever Soul Forge is online. So you can't just like go for dash L's as willy-nilly anymore, because if he just starts marching at you like that, he'll get the punish and he'll murder you.
All right. Well, not bad, not bad. Fuselet once more, doing the job pretty effectively. In a very good spot here, moving on in that bracket. But Rena, refreshing to see someone just play so violently, so quickly. It's very fun.
Yeah, Rena, he said I had all the fear in me. I mean, yeah, Fuselet's got a pretty solid track record, so I definitely don't blame you. But yeah, just gotta be careful not to let your nerves get the best of you. But believe me, I know it's easier said than done. But
Yeah.
nerves
It's a
can
fight or
snap.
flight. That's a fight or flight situation, and that was definitely, we chose fight in that situation. I think.
And I
Yep.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that. That made that very fun to see. I mean, it always sucks to run into things and take big damage from stuff like that, but you know, you were active, you were putting it all on the line, and that says a lot.
Yeah, as they say, you gave it the good old college try, you know?
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, looks like we have Yoru versus Myzisco up next. I've been
Yes.
asked by Myzisco to commentators curse Yoru as best I can, so I think I gotta talk him up a little bit, you know. Although the 6 is coming through, actually, no
Versus
2B.
Fairy.
It wasn't meant.
Wow.
It was not meant. You know what the rest is.
Yep.
But okay.
All right, yeah.
Fairy
This is,
in the 6. I'm a fan. We've seen
Yeah,
6 do the thing because I mean Riazo's been winning most every tournament that he has entered because his 6 is super good and a very good character to emulate. If I was Yoru and I want to pick a winner, 6 is a great one for that, and already we're going in.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, nice. Yeah, gonna go ahead and mash that 5M for Fairy. That catches a lot of 6's options when he does the Rekka series. You're able to catch the backdash and mashing. You have to be very particular about how you punish that if Fairy's pressing 5M.
Okay, nice brave counter into the crossover, slashing through. You got Fairy where you want her. That's gonna be the biggest thing to make the most of, and I want to see, Yoru. You got amazing EXs to just kind of jump scare Fairy, so that's gonna be like the big boon. If you don't use those, then this is what happens, right? You're just gonna be getting tagged and bagged.
Yep, that's definitely gonna be enough. You finally hit confirm into the 214U, which is so good for Fairy. Being able to hit confirm into 214U is so good.
Okay,
Whoa.
we're clashing? Sure. Why
Yeah,
not,
all right.
right? That's a great, yeah. Crouching M should clash with the jump U. Fine.
Yeah.
The most like Guilty Gear thing I've seen out of this game in a long time. I was waiting for Danger Time to activate.
Yeah, dude, if Danger Time was in this game, oh my lord, dude.
Okay, the bounce.
All right.
Okay.
Ooh. Yeah, we're dropping a
Maybe?
few things here just because we're not as familiar with the character.
Yeah, the 6 may need a little more time in the oven, but still, we're getting a run-up grab, and that's using 6's best asset, the best in class run speed. So
Yeah.
hard, so scary. He just gets in your face just so quickly. But 5L, might not be big damage, might not lead to much, but it's still a good check.
Yep. Yeah, and so far we've not really been seeing any empty hands coming out from Yoru. He's been opting to just either dive kick or just run forward and bull your way in. But we find the safe jump with the empty hand as I talk about it.
Oh, I love that run up. You cannot throw me. That was the debate. And another big value of 6, right, is one of the best at just blowing up stand tags. Has like everything you could hope for with just a air EX fireball. You have just, well, pretty much just that. But any of those options, or empty hand even, right? Any of those options that just put him airborne, make it so difficult to just really keep him, to really guess on defense.
Yeah, for sure. And my Zisco's that kind of player too that doesn't really like to do Brave Counter that often, and instead opts to challenge out here with the close M actually. With the mix, tries to bait out the parry, but Yoru does not give it up. Ooh, yeah, the close M anti-air didn't actually come out. Got a far M instead to try to deal with the dive kick. Okay. Oh, letting it rock. Yeah, it does find the punish. And I guess you get the side switch there too, which is not too bad.
Oh, maybe a mistime break counter, maybe just a little spicy, but GG having Myzisco's back makes the magic happen, and that was a nice little finish there as they're trying to fight their way through this, tie things up.
So finds the parry here on the 2U. Yeah, kind of high there for the Gate of Demons. What's that projectile called? It's like Gate of Demons.
They got Demon's Gate, whichever one.
Gotcha. There's no gate either way. There's no gate in that animation. I don't know why it's called that. But we're getting throw looped.
Okay, back throw incident. Try to go for it. Nice fuzzy mash. That's best way to stop. Well, that's a way to stop people trying to get your goat and catch you stand teching. To get that auto combo, get a little bit of damage. Very close here with both players. A lot of brave points on either side. Instead, we're just gonna find the max range hit after the round.
Nice, yeah, good hit confirm there off the 2M. That is one of the better things about SSBA is that you're able to hit confirm it off of these really big buttons for Fairy. They will always connect off of 2M, 5M, Far H. It'll always work. All right, now the big guns are coming out. We got the 2B coming through. Which I know 6 is like a pretty good option, I think, into Fairy, but this in particular, 2B, a lot of Fairy players do not like fighting against this character. The pressure this character has, being able to kind of like bully her way in, the way that Yoru plays this character too, which is very aggressive, and he normally gives Iago a pretty hard time whenever they play. So we're gonna see if Myzisco can find a way out of here.
I think that was the big match at Arquator, right? They had that hotel room, like first attempt between these two, or between like Iago and Yoru. So
it was I think that was Yosamitsu. I think that was
Yosamitsu. Okay, too many Yozus. Yozus,
yeah.
Yorus. Yeah, you're
Very
right.
understandable. There's so many players with similar names to track.
Okay, hitting that far light auto combo, no problem. Strong out here from Yoru. Gonna even get that nice stand light into SBA, hit with the pods, and Myzisco on life alert right now.
Yep, call an ambulance, please. Okay, there we go. Finds the far H counter hit. Okay, nice.
Okay.
Like this. Trying to bully a little bit here. Try to win out the neutral as best you can. And there are things that Fairy can do to stop 2B for sure. It's just easier said than done. I like the jump there from Myzisco to deal with the pod.
Brave counters there. Yeah, just being at the range where like the long range normals can hit. You know, we were not really trying to set up GG because it's gonna be like fodder for the grapple. Gonna get that damage though. Nice big lead here for Yoru. Gets the hit.
Ooh. Yeah,
Gonna be
Myzisco
one
keeps
touch
mashing
right
on wake
now.
up, and like you're not dead, but you got to eat this mix. And the delay overhead, the classic coming through, and Yoru gonna take that 2-1 over Myzisco. Our #1 seed moving on to top 8 qualifiers.
And valiant effort from Myzisco. Unfortunately, like, the fence crashed at the end there, but definitely were trying to challenge where they could and make the magic happen. But unfortunately, we are all out of MP.
Yeah, I definitely think we gotta take a page out of Iago's book and like brave counter more. I know it's scary. I know it's like you don't have a lot of health as is, and when you go down on BP, it sucks. But you have to win for that mid range. The second that 2B or any characters on top of you, you got to make those calls and to brave counter. And we were sitting on quite a bit of BP, I think, throughout that too.
Well, hey, still chances to brave counter in the losers bracket, but we're slowly getting our top 8 qualifiers and soon our top 8 all filled out. as we are not even an hour in, and y'all are bringing out a lot of bangers and making this a fun, but not too long experience. It is Sunday. I still got to do laundry, so the less I keep, the better it is. But I'm in it to win it.
It's okay. Laundry can wait.
All right, I think next up, Fuselit versus Toriku. I think we were gonna have Shiru, but I guess Shiru's double bracketed at the moment.
Oh, the rare
Or I
double bracket
think.
for Grand Blue, huh? Can't think of when the last time I've seen the double up happen here, but it is Sunday, it's the weekend. People are getting their mash on.
Yep.
Understandable.
I think the last time I saw some double bracketing issues, it was like 3 players that were in top 4s on 2 different brackets, which was very interesting. They had to fight each other in different, the 4 players fighting each other in different setups in top 4 between the 2 brackets. It was kind of wild.
Imagine your bracket luck is just like, let's just run one match, and then whoever wins that advances in all brackets.
Yeah, there you go. Just
Make it simple.
tie it all together.
It's optimal.
Yes.
Okay, we're dancing in the
Yes,
lobby.
they're doing a little dance or a little jig here. They're all moves. You guys can see it.
Everyone's dancing, but Nier's like slowly approaching with a knife.
Yeah, a little creepy.
Like, She's upset that she wasn't invited to dance.
Yeah.
All right, yep, time to go all out. I love the emotes in this game. They're so good.
No, yeah. The unique emotes are just, there's so much life in the characters in that way. It's fun. This match will be fun too. All right. Vasaraga versus Yule. You
Yep.
can't ask for like such a disparity in like style of character where you have just like the hulking armored behemoth versus just like lithe little goofy fox girl.
Yeah, high mobility, goofy fox girl. Just trying to hunt down slimes.
And wearing as like little protective clothing as possible.
I don't know, by anime logic, she's got just as much armor as Voss does.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, very true. Okay, big pressure here, but gets the armor out. There's some room, and Vasaraga having so much health can help weather the storm against Yule, which is very different from what we saw Yule versus Avatar Belial. But
yeah, and I love the spacing here from Tori. He's doing a really good job of trying to make sure that he's outside of range from some of these ult skills. But oh, this is a big hit though. Oh, did you die? You might be dead.
It was 3 BP, and that wasn't an S. That was a lot, but okay, you're still alive. Just a little bit. Without a brave point there, that would have been that, right? So
100%. Oh, we just bully our way out with a EX projectile to close out that round for Fuselit.
Round 2.
Grand Blue, one of the rare games where like most EX projectiles have like a hitbox on startup at that person's body before they even shoot the projectile.
Yeah.
I see that with Vasaraga. I see that with like Siegfried, obviously, and Gran. It's interesting how they've designed it that way, just to kind of make like frame data kind of consistent up close or at a distance.
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier more fun to combo since this. Oh my gosh, the DP could have gotten punished, but a little bit too far away for Fuse to do much.
Yeah,
Counter
rough
hit.
spot here for Toriku. Gonna get the combo. Well, at least get the
Back
grab.
throw. Yeah, back throw incident here. Looking for something, but no meter here available for Fuselit. No Soul Forge either, so we can make a lot happen here. Oh, you know what? Strip 2 BP. I like it.
All right, but
Gotta check
now
with the
we're,
uncheck at least once.
and we're back into the mid-screen part. And this is not a bad spot for Fuselit because I mean, like one small hit, just no problem. Finish off the rest of that life bar. That was just pretty quick. Just all it takes is that one like jump scare projectile, and the next thing you know, half your life can just disappear.
Yep. Grand Blue is the game of jump scares. It's they get you so much mileage, and they're all fairly safe too.
All right.
Okay. Oh
It's
my!
here. I like the idea, but just the jump was just deep enough.
Yeah, that was really scary for Tori. Okay. Pushing yourself back out here at a good distance. Nice. I like the EX Fireball there from Fuselet to deal with the backdash.
All right, fuse it with that nice. Well, pretty even. Dodging
Oh, that
efficiently,
was-
but
Ooh, that was
low
really
recovery.
scary
Huh?
for. I was really scared for Fuse because if you spot dodge that specific ultimate skill, that is punishable.
Oh, good counter on the stomps. Having to input that manually still is not going to stop a good Yule player from effectively using it. Toriku getting this big corner damage, has SBA available, gonna spin to win. And again, not enough to win technically, but one good guess.
Just trying to be very respectful here. Oh, does that work? Okay, Tori press, and that
Bye.
is gonna be enough. Yeah, to murder her life bar and then some.
Oh my god, the scramble. Fuselet just rolled the dice. And I respect it, right? It was a situation where, like, if this hits, I win. If I block, I'm losing, and I had such a loss of life anyway, it doesn't matter. I could afford to lose that round, and now they're on match point.
For sure. All right, trying to find her way in here for Tori. Okay, oh, that is not quite enough to make anything happen.
Okay, one ult down, a lot of bar spent on both sides. Immediate stance, and then a DP with enough hits.
Oh man,
Saves
yeah.
the day there. Yeah, lucky, very
That was,
lucky.
that was very scary, yeah. All right. Nice, I like the jump. Oh, we spot dodged this time. I think that was supposed to be a BC that we were looking for, but doesn't get a punish though.
It was very late spot dodge. So I think, like, even though you got it right, it was just not enough time to actually press against it.
You're always plus 15 in that situation,
Okay.
no matter
Oh,
when it
okay.
happens. Yeah, it's kind of cool that they normalize that, so you can always do the same punish as long as you are aware of your spacing and know like what your actual punishes should be.
Okay, spend everything. Still 50% meter and enough for a raging strike. Very, very good expenditure there. Ooh, if that did not cross up, Toriku, I think, would have been just down and out.
All right, we got to make something happen here. 50 bar is now available for Fuselet. We have blue available to us if we want to use it. The
Ooh,
overhead, okay. I like
Not
it.
a bad
Fuse has
risk.
Yeah, Fuse has been pretty patient when he comes to Tori's pressure in the corner there. He hasn't really been opting for ult skills because of the way that Tori's been playing outside of the range of like command grab, of the tackle, you know, the stomps.
Oh, not gonna get
Ooh.
away with that one that time though. We're getting maximum damage. Even just like comboing into the stomps. I love that there. But this looks like an interesting drop. Maybe just the scenario didn't quite work out. Side swap, good block.
Yep, block button check for sure.
Oh,
caught
your
the-
ankles.
Yep, caught the toes. She's not wearing shoes. Okay, this is not a lot of health here for Tori. Oh, and then the command
Nice.
grab to deal with the follow-up. Saving it for the last moment. Fuselet. Gonna take that one. Moving on in bracket.
It's like you're trying to escape someone by jumping off of a cliff, but you have a bungee cord attached, so they're just waiting for you to bounce back up with like a hammer.
Yep.
And just like bonk as soon as you make your way back up, it's like, oh no. And imagine the person who's bunging the entire time, just like, "Ah, why did I do this to myself?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's a Looney Tunes episode you just described.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like the entire time. I just see like the blue from Fuselet as like Yule just hop back and is just slingshotting herself into
Mhm.
Vasaraga's loving arms.
Okay, man, we're moving right into the next match, huh? We got Shiro versus Kaio. Is how you say that, Kaio?
As long as it's not
I
Kylo.
think so,
that little
yeah.
Cartoon jerk.
Oh, we got the yield hat on. Love the yield
Shoutouts
hat.
to the Yule hat. Was once the bane of many people's existence, but now is it's not quite an afterthought, but
Okay, but yeah, we got Shiro finally on deck for stream. Shiro, probably one of the best gags in the business for sure. Definitely, I think probably is the best result-wise for online CAGs as far as online brackets go, because I know Shiro can't travel out to too much, but yeah, we'll see how this is gonna pan out against Kaio here.
Okay, immediate try to go for the anti-air, but just aware, like from the get-go, I'm not even gonna dare have that teleport ready to go and not get put into a really tricky spot. But as long as Kaio can stay like at that, 2 characters away, that death far heavy can just be so good. Just we're clashing.
Okay, yeah.
Danger.
Yep. The spot dodge reaction there is pretty important to note people's reactions whenever the clashes happen like that.
Yeah, try to preemptive anti-air, but you can't just look at Cagliostro and say, hey, I'm gonna 2H her because her jump trajectory is gonna jump into it. No, she has everything to stall in the sky and just make it so difficult for you to stop her from jumping.
Yeah, this is looking a little dicey here for Kaio. Yep, and punishes the spot dodge with the ultimate spear. It's a little tricky spacing trap there. If you spot dodge that rock from too far away, she's able to catch your spot dodge.
All right, super jump away, and that's just simple blocks. Even blocks the overheads, doesn't get caught by the other trap in play. But still, Shiro just in full control, and with punishes as well. Everything working out good.
Yeah, I like these spot dodges from Kaio to deal with some of the trap setups here. Ooh, nice jump from Shiro, but still gets caught anyway. Not a lot of death stocks here for Nier, and that's going to be death offline for quite a bit. So we're going to have to... We got 3 BP to our name to kind of make something happen on the defense.
It's just tough altogether, right? He's going to have it back very soon, but you're still stuck in this corner, not a lot of room to wiggle. And the counter hit's going to be extra spooky. We're maximizing the situation. I love that mix up with the teleport out of the corner, but fortunate drop.
Yeah, just the weird spacing there. Oh, nice punish there with the ultimate Beyblade. Trying to find something, but the nice walk back there from Shiro, not going to even have to deal with death. Ooh, big jump in. Oh no, wasn't close enough to get away from the trap, and gonna get snatched and caught, and Shiro gonna take that game 1.
You even saw like they paused for a second, try to walk forward because they saw the push back. They're like, well, I'm my character's skinny, right? No problem, right? No dice. Now back to Nier's home, the corner here, hiding in her cave. But again, as long as you find those far heavies, get you a little bit of damage, unsummon death, wait a little bit again, try to just like nickel and dime it until you can get to the corner, but not a lot of chances here.
Yeah, Shiro's just in so much, like, controls so much here, and yeah, gonna just go ahead, put him in the meat grinder, closing out this next round for Shiro.
All right, match points here. I want to see Kaio try to manage to extend their pressure and just maximize what they can get here. I know navigating around this is always difficult, or jumping into it doesn't help any, but there's other tools I haven't used yet. A lot of it's just been those crouching heavies when they see jumps, but doesn't really work well against CAG.
Yeah, for sure. We find the grab. Once again, the low blocks it on those traps makes it really sneaky. And it's going to be enough to close it out. Use the super. And that's a perfect even for Shiro to take that 2-0. Moving on into our winner's side top 8.
Well, nicely done there. Shiro played that superbly. Everything just aware of every situation. Only got anti-aired once even, because they just recognized like I can play with my opponent's reactions and just make the most of it. So super good stuff as they move forward.
Absolutely. I think that concludes like all the winners side. We're gonna get a couple of matches from losers while we wait for everything to catch up. So I think next we have looks like Nothing versus Nickel.
Okay.
So Ladiva, or I think it's, or no, I guess Sora's.
Nothing playing Sora
Soraya.
is.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Did not realize that they were dipping their toes in the Soras. Normally known for the Ladiva, a little bit of Charlotta on the side as well.
But hey, first sightings of both these characters tonight. continuing our string of just representing most of the cast here.
Yeah, there's been a lot of different characters on screen today.
Hell yeah. A few repeats, mostly we've had 2 Niers. We've had, of course, if Fuslip plays twice on stream, then that's 2 Buster Rods and won't count. But like I think the Fairy is probably like the most common character we saw so far. Getting in.
For sure.
BP though takes the chance, takes the risk.
Oh my gosh, the jumping gonna beat out the anti-air attempt from Nickel. All right, the swords is looking pretty good. Gets the hit even and finds the conversion on top of that.
Nice, just medium punch, just having enough hits on airborne that in the close enough to the corner for the 5L. I like it. Little moments like that just are so cool. Even there, had enough meter for like a raging strike, raging chain to go to the corner, but it's okay if they didn't.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, the fact that this is still, it seems like it's a fairly new character for nothing. It's still like being very aware of these hits and knowing what conversions to go for.
Cool.
Yeah, it doesn't, not able to get a conversion off of the throw bait there, but doesn't matter. We still have the corner, trying to find something here. The Nickel gonna jump their way out. Get some pressure here, and the low into the special confirm, gonna give nothing this first game.
Yeah, tried to fan some hits. Had a little bit of options here on the side of Nickel. Like, just it's tricky if you're being kept out, and you have to just make the most of like those little hits you do get, which can lead to a lot. So I want to see just really playing to that more effectively. Aim to get these big Narmaya combos that you can, but just gotta be mindful of that far L doing so good. Oh my goodness.
Ooh, man. Yeah, trying to opt for some corner carry here, and nothing finds a hit with the Raging Strike confirm. But yeah, Nickel's been stuck in the corner most of the time here, so not able to really get like the Narmaya pressure going and like cycling those plus frames. And just kind of getting harassed by these buttons here.
I guess that's why they call him. That's why their name is Nickel, because they do 5 points of damage every hit.
Actually, nickel and diming them to death, yeah.
Trying at least. Not quite effective, but chip out. Yeah, it was do or die moment there. Match point for nothing.
Yeah, still was sitting on a couple of BP there. Definitely been a fan of just spend it to like relieve some pressure. Can't find the punish though on the EX kick. But that is, I think, like enough to be able to get a small punish at the very least. Okay. Oh, what a whiff punish there from nothing.
All right. Try to press somewhat, but far light into punch. Did a good job. There's a Raging Strike to the corner you go, and now it's time for your final guess potentially here. There's the jump light. Good mash out.
Okay.
Right to SSBA. And that's no more break points.
Okay, yeah, no break points, no meter here, so you can run up and start bullying if you want to.
All right, frame trap there. Nothing doesn't bite. Nothing waiting for their small chance. Gets the jump and the throw, no good, but the dash L gonna hit, and nothing finishes the job. Nickel almost had the round, had signs of life, just could not close out, but valiant effort nonetheless.
Yeah, couldn't get any momentum going, and I feel like Narmaya is a pretty momentum-heavy character too. Like her offense is good once she can get going, but it was really just kind of Nickel stuck in the corner with nothing being the one to really harass and bully his way into the situations that he wanted.
Yeah, jumps, can be tough. Man, old man just wants to run you down, and if you make that one misstep, nothing was really capitalizing up pretty effectively. So it was fun.
Yeah.
I think this is our last match before we get into our top 8. So we got Zai versus Blue Menace. Looks like a Avatar Belial versus a Vayne. This should be an interesting one.
Yeah, Vayne spotted, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, Lancelot still hasn't found him yet, though. They're trying. They're still looking. He's on the ship right now, but someone let him know. Lance has a dandelion for you, and he can do at the restaurant in like 30 minutes.
Yeah, I don't think he's in this Fate episode though. I don't see Land Vayne anymore.
I guess I lied. I guess there's one more match after this until we get to top 8, but
Okay.
we're almost there. We're almost there.
I came as soon as I got your
Okay,
challenge.
so Vayne versus Avatar Belial. This'll be interesting. I really don't know how well Vayne likes this. I mean, Vayne wants people to jump at you, right? Like Vayne is looking to kind of harass people until they start jumping, and so then he can get his big damage with his anti-air. But with how flight works, I think the jumping will happen, but I don't know if Vayne's gonna be able to do too terribly much about it.
Round start just hopping over the projectile, and that's like a quarter of your life already gone off a little messy guess, but you know, Z just can't let a lot of those happen. That's the biggest thing. You don't want Vayne to get those chunky hits because that's just gonna feel bad.
Yep, has the corner here, finds a hit, gets a conversion off of it too. The Dead Force airborne, so I think you have to cash out pretty early, right? Yeah, gonna go to SBA before combo limit becomes a factor.
Maximum Belial gets a little something going here. Nice little lead. And just all the space in the world to just wait it out.
Yep. Yeah, kind of force Blue to come to him.
Yeah,
Ooh,
and then just
okay.
try to dash in. Find a little something there, but I like that. Just use the daggers. Don't go for the rocks. Just throw daggers out. Control that space. If you're anticipating Vayne to jump forward or just hop over things.
We find the hit here. Gonna cash out with some damage here. We're gonna go for a setup. Yeah, there it is. Raging Strike. Oh, doesn't actually fight it back, and you have to in that situation. You're too close to the corner for that to happen, because that means that's a free combo without having to spin the extra BP to or the meter, excuse me, to get the conversion, and that killed you off of that too. That was really nice from Z.
No, everything there, that was beautiful. I love that whole corner combo there, maximizing it. Yeah, Avatar Belial lost, almost half his life there, but that's the price to pay to get so much damage in the corner. Right, not a repeat of last time. I think the one time Z threw rocks got punished for has not done that special since then. Has just said, no, we're just covering the sky, no problem. Oh gosh, yes problem.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna go to the corner here too, or pretty close at the very least. He finds the dash hell. Yeah, we're gonna spend the health and the resources here to make sure that we can at least set up in the corner for our next mix. Oh, was that a setup? I got hit. I mashed something. I thought he dropped. I think he's dead. Whoop. Man, that was sneaky. That was so sneaky.
Belial players all want one thing.
They really do. I guess they kind of want two things. They want the funny combo in the corner, and then they just want run up SSBA.
Okay. Jumping over the grab attempt. Nice damage there, but the problem is, right? You push Avatar Belial out full screen. Hard to stay on top of him. So it's just like, okay, I got the room to work with. Gets the frame trap, doesn't get the combo from it. And you're stuck in this corner here. Waited and baited, but no biting. Unless, never mind. Z, though, it's a hit.
Yeah.
Has the resources. Spend it here. I think that should be off.
Yeah, you get the wall bounce. Nice and easy. That does still work. Yeah, okay.
That was hot.
Yep.
Oh, my goodness. These combos. Even going for, like, the fact that we're just going for the Link SSBA to make the most damage out of that. And I guess that's probably the beauty of playing this character. It's like, yeah, you lose all your life. That means that when you have a 100-meter, you're pretty much guaranteed an SSBA because you've just been dealing so much damage to yourself. So you'll do even more damage when you have to cash out like that.
Oh, is that how that works? Does he get more meter because he's doing damage to himself?
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, you get into SSBA during your combo.
You're right. Yeah.
Because you're dealing
right,
damage to yourself. So you get that damage
you're
because
right.
of that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's reminiscent of Berserker and DNF, where his combos go on long enough and he drains his health until he puts himself in Awakening and then murders you with Super.
I hope that all like 5 people who are playing DNF right now are having a great time. I know Steam Charts has been posted on social media a lot of times, and I know DNF isn't a very popular game, but it had its moment. But the people who are sticking with it and having a good time, more power to them, because that's what keeps games alive. Just play, just have fun.
Yeah, Yeah, I think there was a tournament for it today. Actually, I think they have a Sunday online bracket that I
Mhm.
think Khalil hosts it on his channel.
Yeah, see, no fighting game will ever die. As long as
Yeah,
people
for
play it,
sure,
you're good to
Mhm.
go.
100%.
Yeah, I think that one's a ladder style, if I'm not mistaken. 'Cause
Oh, is it ladder?
Yeah, I tuned in earlier and was kind of lurking it while I was working on some stuff, and at least I think. I'd have to double check, but I'm pretty sure.
I'm sure DNF dual players would appreciate a ladder style. That means they get to play more matches. There's actually people online to queue up into to play.
Yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
fun. Like I
Yeah.
said, yeah.
Kind of
Like the I
stinks
mean,
because
that's.
I don't know. I
Oh,
thought
go ahead.
DNF was always cool, but I mean, obviously,
It's interesting, right? Because like there was a lot of like people were excited for it, but like the player base, like the people who play Dungeon Fighter,
right?
probably like got invested into it for a little bit, but then just going back into playing Dungeon Fighter Online, which is where most of that came from. Because it had like a lot of people jumping in, despite like I know some hiccups early on, and of course like some game dev decisions that most people don't agree with. But you know, I think it's
Yeah,
just one of those games where it's just like it didn't have the lasting power, but it's cool that it happened.
yeah, for sure. And it's really interesting to see a fighting game come out and not already have their season pass of characters announced before the game is out. Because like that's so common nowadays. Like before your game is out, you have to know there's a season pass with characters. You can expect this and this before you even like the game officially comes out. And that just was not the case for DNF Duel. They released it. They said, all right, this looks good, checks out, and then they found a bit more success than they were expecting, and then they were like, oh, should probably do a season pass, and then by that point it was too late. So
Yeah, I
it was
know.
really really interesting.
Yeah, it's a little fun thing to look at in hindsight, but and again, a game that will still exist and it's there. If y'all enjoy it, hop on
Uh-oh.
DNF, find that Discord, get some matches in, just try it out.
Match ended.
Wow, that was great. Good job, both players, man.
Yay!
Fantastic.
Hmm.
So, near once more as Kaio
Oh.
is back on the sticks.
Mhm. Yep.
Did you
Yep.
guys
And then
also get
Beatrix
that?
Void Bunny. Yeah, I got kicked out too.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just me. I'm like,
Are
Oh,
they
they're on.
alive? No, they're fine. Beatrix might have gotten kicked. They're not moving at the.
yeah. I don't see anything on my end.
I will say, I do appreciate that Beatrix Void Bunny actually plays Beatrix and doesn't play a different character than their
Yeah.
name. Because I feel like that's such a rare sight to see character name in your username and then you still play that same character.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a commitment you make, though. If you call yourself after a character, then it's just like if you want to switch, you're like, it's gonna be confusing, but it's like, you can't just name yourself after a character that's common in a fight or in a specific fighting game. Or to do whatever, I don't care. I'm not your mom.
Yeah. there's this offline player that keeps showing up in brackets called Jita. They go by the
Yep.
username Jita, and they play Eustace.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even play Shoto. They play Eustace.
Oh yeah. I think they were at Frosty Faustings actually.
Yep.
I
I
think
had a
that
friend. Yeah, I had a friend that got double eliminated by them. It was really funny.
I think they were at
They were
Slashback
not
as well.
ready. And Slashback, yeah. So it's a menace for sure to commit to having a name like that and then intentionally play, or I guess maybe not intentionally. I mean, I don't know if I'd say that Eustace is necessarily better than Jita, but if you like the Eustace
Hey.
better than Jita, then follow your heart.
Yeah, maybe they just played Granblue originally. Because the thing is, like, a lot of people just played the mobile game. And when they
True.
themselves that are just playing that since, mobile game is still going strong and people are having fun with that. So,
Yeah, that is true.
nice, rich lore and all styles of game of this. I mean,
Mhm.
I know a lot of people who will hop on Relink every now and again, have fun with that. You have this game as well, the mobile game, and then, whatever else is in the future would be fun to see.
Is there a character that you want from the gacha in this game, Raph?
No, I don't. play it. I played it like a little bit, but I'm not like very versed in all the folks, so I
Gotcha.
don't have an opinion on either way.
Yeah, luckily there's a lot of cool characters in Grand Blue, so literally anybody I'm pretty down for. So
Hell yeah.
except Gondagoza. I don't want Gondagoza. We can skip on him. We got him in Relink. That's enough. We can get somebody else.
All right, match is on. Chew on this. Did not want to chew on that. Spit it right back out with the Brave counter. And now we're just going to see what Kaio can do here. Has so much nastiness to deal with. Has death out. Had the hit, didn't combo into anything. It's wasted the ult skill, unfortunately. Tough spot.
Run up command grab. We're going to be Delta Clock online. The anti-air again, but because you don't have death available, you get no conversion. It's just an honest anti-air. And this, I think, might be enough to close it out here if you don't drop. Yep, no problem there for Beatrix, Void Bunny.
All right, first round goes. A little slower on the side, but a lot of respect against Kaio there. Doesn't want to give up that damage at the round start.
Whoa, try to press
Very
there.
glad that hit.
Yeah. Yeah, try to press before the 5U got finished there. Find the hits. Going for another setup here. Trying to close this out, and doesn't actually get the combo. He does get the setup, but very unfortunate. Okay. You had 3 death stocks there, so you're not going to have death for a minute. That's okay. You've got like a nice life lead. 1 more BP to your name, but not no Delta Clock actually, huh?
No, has it available right now though.
Yeah.
Okay. Most brave points all spent. Beatrix Void Bunny though gets the command grab. Has no life left.
Oh
Run
my
up
God!
super,
Run up
we're
and
just
do it.
walking.
I don't know about that.
We're
It worked.
not.
No,
not.
man. Dude, they're an anime player, man. That is the most anime thing to do. Run up super.
Hey, I had a round to
Man.
give. Do or die. Just put it all on the line. Run up, crouching heavy. We get the anti-air there, the dodge into a counter hit as Kaio just did not react in time, and Beatrix Void Bunny is trying to bring Kaio into the void right now.
Nice. Yeah. Now just get to harass Nier in the corner. But we find a hit here with the 2M. Doesn't get the hit I think they're looking for. I think they wanted the back hit to push it back into the corner. Those routes for Nier are so weird.
Stood up into it. At least the reversal worked out. And we have death available, but tough out here.
Yeah, not a lot of life, but we do have 3 BP if we want to spend it. But nice. Finds the challenge out there with 2M. Nice refund route. Oh no!
We ran into the raging strike. Oh,
So unfortunate. They did the backdash there to bait out an option, just wasn't quite ready for what would have been a brave counter, but turned out to be a raging strike. The nice OS, I guess you could call it.
You hate to see it, and then immediate just stand light, get the run up 5U. The headbutt's good. Do it again. We can't get more Delta Clock there, but we have it available. We don't have it available. Never mind. Spend it, please.
Yeah, gonna spin it here. And that is enough.
There it
Okay,
is.
Okay. That was starting to look a little scary, I gotta say, because Beatrix has been kind of feeling themselves with a lot of momentum on their side. Things have just been kind of working out for the most part in situations for them.
But hey, if anything, Nier has, it's that damage. So thankfully it worked out. Just immediate into riding free. And there you go. I like that. Get some damage here, please. Catch this out.
Good tech there. Yeah, there's the 2 H's, and that's something that Kaio is ready for. Kaio is definitely a fan of these 2 H anti-airs. Right, plus frames, there's the BC. Do we find the hit here? Do we get enough for super?
No, maybe if this didn't turn around, that would have been okay. The run up super. We're blocking.
No, not again.
Oh, no, we're not blocking.
You're a menace. You're a menace, Beatrix.
Just wanted to show her your core. She wanted to show Nier her cool sword. Air throw? No air throw. And the overhead is the finish.
Oh man,
Oh my
auto combo ender there. That was some unfortunate situations, and the run up. I get hit by those all day, every day. Run up, super, I get hit by those. No matter the game, that always hits me too. So I feel your pain, Kaio. That is that hurts.
It's just sad way to go out just like that. Everything was looking groovy. You had the life lead. The worst thing that can happen to you was just getting hit by point blank SSBA. But if it worked once, I see that, right? If like it worked once, it might work a second time. You have tools to do run up like anti stand tech, but what if I just did run up anti anything but block?
Yep. Yeah, I guess from a technical point of view, I guess it does technically beat a delay option, like delay throw, delay mash, whatever. But man, still, Beatrix, Void Bunny moving on. That'll secure their spot in top 8 loser side. Looking at the other parts of bracket, looks like Yoru actually lost in winner side to Harple. So Harple is actually on winner side top 8, and Yoru just qualified to loser side top 8.
Sick. Okay. This is, I guess, our final match before top 8.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait,
Round 1.
is that is Wacky Pie on Nier, not Fairy, not Vayne. This is on Nier. I did not realize that he was playing a little bit of Nier.
All sorts
How
of
wacky.
surprises in bracket tonight.
Yes, yeah, very, very wacky for sure. What the heck? Brave counter hit Nier crossing up on the other side with that dash in.
Alright, let's see more Siegfried though. I'm a fan. Would not be a Miss Krisalys stream without some Siegfried action. Gets a grab option. Setting up
Yeah,
more
so
fireball
true.
and just trying to keep Wacky Pie in jail.
Yeah, this is our first time seeing Boombach on stream though, so the red Siegfried, I feel like I don't really see that often.
Nice. Only because we try to dodge, not in time. The combo fireball into far heavy and Boombach. First blood.
Yeah, looking pretty good here. But yeah, Wacky Pie trying to find something. We got the Beyblades on deck. Can't find the conversion with the far H.
There's catch. Oh, this hurts.
Oh!
Too far for the follow-up, but this is like extra spooky if you are Wacky Pie. You cannot be giving up hits like this.
Nice patience there. Gonna get the punish. Do we know our routes?
No,
Okay,
we don't.
we got the side switch at the very least. I like the idea there. Definitely, I'm a big fan of prioritizing your screen positioning over your damage. Oh my gosh, we're so ready. Finger on the trigger. Boombot gonna take that first game.
We are gaming. Well done there. Just, Siegfried reaction, SBA, still like the king of supers. I can't think of anything that doesn't just straight up beat if you are just seeing a button press, a projectile, or jump or more,
Versus
Yeah, it's so good. Okay, yeah, now the fairy coming back in. Yeah. For those who don't know, that is Iago. Wacky Pie is Iago. I don't know the lore. I'm gonna have to ask him what the lore is behind the name, but we have the zombie fairy coming back out. See if we can even up the game count here with our with the menace of a zoner for sure. This character has been putting in a lot of work in 2.0.
Not a bad spot so far. Playing comfortably as you would expect. There's SBA just to cancel out the fireball and put Siegfried in jail. Nice TP jerk. Get this damage and that should be around.
Doesn't have enough meter here actually. I don't think it's
Not quite,
enough.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a unfortunate thing there with maybe not unfortunate. It's just a factor with Fairy is she doesn't really do that much damage. Even in the corner, she still needs like ball super or at least 100 meter to do some damage. Typically, she looks for the setup afterwards, and that's like really where she excels is getting you in that vortex.
Gets a jump in, immediate, just to push away. As long as Wacky Pie can get their space, there is no problem there. Finds the perfect anti-air, small extension. Siegfried just in jail finally for all those season 1 crimes.
Yep. And I like that these ball supers are coming out full screen against Siegfried whenever he doesn't have bar available, because like the projectile is not that scary. I mean, the ball we've seen beats the projectile on top of that too. Oh my gosh.
Oh, too late, hot plate. Throws no good, and nice just punish there as we're all tied up. Wacky Pie
Round 1.
back to their tried and true and making a short work of Boombach.
For sure. Yeah, we gotta stay in there, get in there. If we can force out the BP, like that's kind of the thing you kind of have to accept, I think, a little bit, is that the Brave counters are gonna come through. Don't get too dissuaded. Oh, nice, but these reactions are just so on point for Wacky Pie. Yo, I like that run up DP there to stop the stop that air stall. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I don't know what he pressed, but you're gonna get hit by that Raging Strike. Okay. Ball out. With GG on top of you too, that is real scary. Oh no, trying to challenge while ball was still out.
Tragic. Had a small hit there. There was an idea, and I appreciate it, but you know, sometimes the game just says, no, our projectiles don't go away when you hit the person who threw it. We don't care. Nice try, buddy.
Yep, that ball super is definitely a menace. It's the kind of thing that you have to lab out your options to see what to do. And even then, it's such a good scramble super that even if you're ready, sometimes you just get hit.
All right, Jump You. We're starting to incorporate that a little bit into the gameplay. It's worked 2 times in a row from a distance and up close.
Take the side switch. Oh, DP. Unfortunately, no. That is actually a little bit of a knowledge check there. That is -6 if you do that setup.
GG's out safely again. Just happy to keep Siegfried in jail, no problem. And with that should be enough with all the meter we have. As once again, Wacky Pie keeps it wacky. You know, big wacky win over Boombach.
Yep. We'll forget about the near and just move forward with the fairy, you know. We'll pretend like the near never happened. Cool. So I think that solidifies our top 8 in that case. I think our top 8 is ready to go.
Does. Before we start, do y'all need to take a quick break? I know we've been at it
I'll
for a
get some
bit.
more water. Yeah, give me
Okay,
like 2 minutes.
sure.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'll also take a quick break too.
Cool. Actually, I might do that too. I'll take a quick restroom break while we get stuff up for top 8. Alright, y'all. I will be right back. I'm gonna take a quick restroom break. We'll get our top 8 started. Alright, I'm back. Okay, looks like... Ooh, Harple versus Shiru. For those of you that don't know, Harple was actually the last Krisalys Cup 15 champion, so even managed to beat out Yoru, who's a 3-time Krisalys Cup champion. So yeah, this should be interesting. If I remember right, I think Harple plays Matera. So it'll be Kag versus Matera. That'll be. Well, I don't know if Kag's considered a zoner or not, but kind of semi-zoning at least. Cagliostro, wait, what, Nix? What's up? Matchup is kind of bad for Kag? Oh, really?
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back. It's as soon as I think the next one will be Harple versus Shiru, but Shiru must be in the other bracket at the moment.
I think Shiro is sitting in the cab.
Oh, sorry, I'm dumb. Should look right in front of me. Guess we're just waiting on Harple then. Maybe I don't know if Harple has the just in case I'll give him the password.
Back. All right.
Yeah, welcome back.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Oh, Matera. Okay.
Yes.
The pieces are falling into place. I think if I see the character and the name together, it makes a little more sense. I feel like I've seen this name pop up on past Grandmaster top 10 seasons for Grand Blue before. I used to look at a lot of that stuff whenever it was first new. But yeah, Matera, kind of a menace right now. I guess it's the zoner menace in general going on in Grand Blue 2.0. But this character is definitely kind of the bane of a lot of people's existence. People are kind of being forced to learn how to fight the character now. So we'll see if Shiro is able to kind of navigate around and deal with what Harple's going to do.
Okay, Matera stocks have been continuing to rise on the backs of a lot of great players, so it can be daunting to deal with a character that can just play effectively at all these different ranges. When you guess that she's going to backdash and spike her immediately, not a bad start, but we ain't trying to zone here, right? This is a good old-fashioned scrap.
Nice, yeah, ready for the teleport there too. That was really nice there from Harple. Gets the throw here, keeping that pressure going. Ult butterfly out, don't get hit. But I mean, now you've got such a life lead here, you can play the chip game. So it's like Harple's big chilling.
Yeah, I mean, all that screen space to navigate around, it's cool. Little trades even there, no problem. I am in no way gonna get close to the traps, no problem. And then just to teleport, what a shot! Get out of the sky. We're playing some duck hunt. That was clean.
Yeah, Harple's been doing a really good job of controlling Shiro's movement.
It's one of the only characters that can do that consistently, right? Has the range to stop any kind of hovers from that distance. So, if Shiro can get in, I mean, that's where the magic happens. It's just doing that consistently is always difficult. Sometimes with Matera.
Ooh, nice. I like that TK arrow idea to combat the EX trap set there. Oh no, the anti are not going to work out this time to deal with the teleport. Now Shiro, it's in a life lead, has some bar here available to him as well. Oh my gosh, got caught.
And the side swap. Guess the overhead, but too far away for the little hop over. Good blocks from Harple. Finds the dash. I think it's reached into a throw and can turn us around. Good blocks though from Shiro. Fortunate that the Brave counter didn't work, and now we're gonna eat so much damage. Oh no.
Oh yeah, that was really unfortunate. I thought he was close enough for the grab punish there, but now the tables have turned, and Shiro on 1 BP here has some bar. If he can find a good hit, he can close this out.
Oh, no good. That far L wake up, just the distance on that, enough to catch Kag from that range, cancel out the trap, and then just find that last shot. I like the idea from Shiro. They were setting up, but Matera is so many options at any range, and that they always make their mark. It's kind of frustrating sometimes.
Yeah, and you do have like some options I think to deal with a little bit of what Matera wants to do. Like the spike is like an okay-ish anti-zoning tool, but like Matera is just so mobile that I don't know how well it's going to work out most of the time here. Ooh, nice. Yeah, goes with the DP there immediately after the plus frames for Harple.
All right,
Finds the low.
Shiro. It's a little bit of a start. We're closer to the corner. We know Kag's damage without corner is so hard to make big, but you see stuff like that where we get the corner combo, no problem. Unless Harple takes the right beat, I want her to wake up, and now we do have a problem.
But yeah, now old butterfly is on top of you, and that hitbox is so freaking big, dude. Got sniped out the air, plenty of time to run up and convert. Harple on set point, because I believe we are still 1st to 2 territory here, right?
Spike's good again. Oh, we're blocking all the Brave counters. You can't even get Matera away from you. And it's like, okay, you push Matera away. What's going to happen now? Oh, she shot you with an arrow. It's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't.
For sure. Wow, wake up spot dodge. I mean, a lot of these options for Harple on their wake up has been very committal. And it's worked out most of the time. We've seen a lot of like wake up TK arrows. We've seen wake up spot dodge there. Nice last BP spent here for Shiro. Okay.
Oh, they're on my support. There's a hit. Should be able to close that out, no problem. And Harple with the 2-0. Matera just winning the battle of like the, just two characters that have supreme range. It's just Matera's effective at full screen better than Kag is, and harder for Kag to keep Matera out. Just look like Shiro was just struggling to just maintain any kind of positioning and momentum in that match.
Yeah, for sure. And Harple's also very active, I think, too. And sometimes when you have a character that is as mobile as Matera and is able to kind of like, pollute the screen with a bunch of projectiles and things like that, it's a little hard to be ready for how committal Harple was. Like on Wake Up, Neutral, the actions per minute were quite high. But that, I guess it's also just the character of Matera. Matera is always pressing some kind of button.
Oh, you can't stop them. They will be hitting those batons with no problem. Meanwhile, Fuselet and Mambo just having a nice little conversation at the bottom of the screen there.
Yeah.
With some alone time.
Okay, so yeah, it's Dragalia coming through with the Mambo tag. I don't know what the story is there. There's always some story I feel like with these name changes. I don't track it enough. It's a week by week basis.
Don't even try. Don't do that to yourself. You will just your brain will
Losing
break.
battle.
Yeah, we're too boomer for that now.
People are living not only like an online life, but a digital life, and then also a digital life inside a video game. It's like, I don't know. Y'all do you.
All right, well, we're gonna do some Fuselet versus Dragalia. This is the battle of the big draft and the small draft.
Yeah, they come in all the notes. It's Basaraga, and then the other one's just fun size.
Sure,
Okay.
yeah, we're gonna armor our way through here. Okay, we have Soul Forge still available. We have a lot of health and stuff too for Fuselet, so we're kind of chilling.
Oh, and just the walk up, waiting for another stomp to block that out, but instead you command grab right before that next stomp connects, and then you just deer in the headlights. What do you do when someone who's like a ton of weight and like 8 feet tall just walking towards you slowly?
Panic. I panic for sure. Oh, what a read there from Fuselet. Fuselet's reads just across the board are so good. He is able to snipe out that DP2 with a spot dodge. Oh, man.
And then, okay, the second DP at least comes out and works, but not
I'm a
the
fan.
position you want to be in, and then just a stomp. Now you got to guess here if you are... Nope. You not guess.
Yo, what a conversion from Fuse. That was sick.
I love that. Yeah, jump back, counter hit, get the ultimate fireball, tackle, to tack on some extra damage. And, oh man, Fuselet, plays elevated. Has those moments where they're just like really on the ball. And so far, so good.
Oh, what was that DP there from Dragalia? That might have been like the inputs might have gotten crossed up because of that roll through. All right, ultimate sets in means that we're gonna get a setup here to get our pressure going. The flip merchant coming through. All right.
Mostly content on blocking those out. Got frame trap at the end there. Oh, didn't recover in time, but I guess we're going to the corner here and time to fuse up the party after it finds that just single hit. Oh.
Okay, Soul Forge up here. We get the side switch with thanks to Transient. That's fine. Oh my gosh.
Oh, and then
grab
counter
with the-
hit. Oh. Wake up Soul Forge. It just
Yeah.
works.
This works. He had Soul Forge, I think, already up, and it is a frame 5 option, so not the worst, I guess. But I mean, people are so committed to their wake up options in Grand Blue. I feel like they're some people are just not afraid.
Oh yeah, and they've played enough games, right? They just know to cycle through it effectively. What can minimize what I got to deal with on my own wake up? So far, good round here. We're getting Narmaya Gaming finally. It's been a minute since you've really got some corner pressure going. And even gets over the ultimate. That was a good reaction. I love that.
Very nice there from Dragalia. So gonna strip a Brave Point here, try to keep the pressure going, and that is enough to catch with the frame trap there. And yeah, Dragalia gonna put a round on the board.
Round 3. Begin.
Okay. Yeah, we gotta make something happen here. This is still first to 2. We only do first to 3 for our finals here, so we're gonna have to make this happen for Dragalia.
Okay, but they had a good start. Ultimate, just blocking things out and getting hit actually was worthwhile. Anti-air tackle. This damage is starting to pour on though. Life lead for Fuselet. If you would have got hit by that, it would have been spooky, but it's okay. Dragalia gets pushed away a little bit, but it's all right. They have a small life lead, but it's evaporating. They can't take much more of those.
Yep, gotta make something happen here. Oh, finds the hit with the flip. Gonna cash out with SSBA. Oh, that's enough. Yeah, that's enough. Okay. Oh,
All right, nicely done. Yeah, just getting SSBA there, just enough. I saw their life turn blue, and I was like, oh, that should be a wrap. Especially with no more Brave Points on Vasaraga, and Fuselet doesn't quite get the 2-0 they were hoping for, but headed player, one big chance here to get to winners finals.
yeah, these clips have been putting in so much work here for Dragalia, but we're gonna find the close heavy counter hit conversion. Gonna get enough here for ultimate sets, and let's see what's our setup here. Oh, where you going? Where you going? You stay here now. Your taxes are due. This is where you live.
Right, none escapes, then shoo, right through. All right, cleanly done, and now Dragalia 1 round away. After what was looking very scary, they lost 3 rounds. It was all Fuselet, but sometimes Narmaya just flips on you, and then next thing you know, you die.
Yep. They're gonna catch the toes there. Gonna be able to Soul Forge up. And yeah, nice. Gets the hit there off of the March anti-air.
Right, fadeaway jump back. Doesn't quite work, but we're ready with the ultimate to get Narmaya into that corner. Fadeaway again. Like the patience here from Dragalia, not really pressing the air-to-air, but the transient gets almost punished. And then storming right through the Brave counter. Boom.
Yep, then the ultimate March gonna be able to catch Dragalia there. And now, set point for both players. We're on our final game, final round. Oh no, the DP not gonna work to catch Fuselet there. And now he's got the corner, he's got the air-to-airs. This is looking all like Fuse this round.
Oh, the back throw, that's a chance. I think Fuselet was trying to walk away for the shimmy, didn't quite do it, and now it is time for, it's perfectly timed for Narmaya Gaming. Doesn't get, oh, we drop in. That was gonna be huge. The ultimate skill would have led to so much for the restand and more damage. Fuselet now just needs one small combo, doesn't react. Big damage here, hold on.
Plus 30 to age.
Launch
Is that
in,
enough?
can't kill yet.
He might be able to. He doesn't have enough for a Raging Strike, Raging Chain. Is that enough?
Yes!
Just enough to close it out. Dragalia with the routing to secure the win, 2-1 over Fuselit. Moving on to winners finals.
Restand combos are kind of mean. Restand combos kind of do a lot of damage. When combo limit is just like an afterthought, then yeah, it's gotta feel bad, but not if you're the one unleashing like hell. And with so many moves that do well, hers being probably the most egregious. Not a lot of characters have. Most characters don't have restand, but the ones that do, it's enables them to be crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of wild that if you are standing, like if you're on the ground, like your combo limit just does not change like at all. So you can go, for some characters can go coast to coast because of that. Virano is one of those characters. Yule can kind of do that as well. I'm kind of surprised that they decided to do it that way, but hey, it makes for some cool long combos. You know, that's always fun to see.
So fun match. Fuselit will have to fight out in the loser side, but later on we'll have Dragalia versus Harple as a winners finals, which will be interesting to see as Maya versus Matera.
Yep, yeah, we're moving back on down to the loser side. We got Yoro versus Beatrix, the Void Bunny. So I wonder if I can't actually see who Yoro picked. Yeah, we're going with the 2B. We're in loser side. We want to make sure that we clean up with the main.
Yeah, you don't win 20 punches. I know we're fighting for glory down here in Krisalys Cup, so everyone play how you like, but sometimes pride matters most. So let's see which one of these warriors will contain their pride and move on in the loser side. Will Beatrix Void Bunny get some more run-up SSBAs? Let's find out.
Okay. All right, let's start this off. I'm gonna go ahead and BC off. No, I respect the early BC there for Yoru. Into the corner. Nice challenge there for Beatrix. Oh, yo! All right, DP immediately afterwards for the parry follow-up. I see you there.
We're getting a little spicy here. Both players just putting it all out there. There was already the Mirage. We get the counter hit. No juggle, but that's a chunky one. If you were maximizing this. I mean, nothing much to maximize, but you get the knockdown. Get the 2-2A, and now we're just trying to close this out.
Oh, wow. Caught the button there from Yoru. And now this is going to be some good damage for Beatrix Void Bunny. Ooh. Okay. Going to go for the Link SSBA here. Oh, no, it actually misses it. It's just a little bit too off. And then Yoru also drops.
All right.
We can find the punish.
There you go. Nice.
Okay.
Ooh. The difference between drops, though, is very drastic. And yeah, I saw the timing after EX Fireball. It wasn't the SSB. It wasn't done in time. You saw there was just that light delay, almost off the Thunderbird. Nice punish.
Yeah, definitely some drops coming out from both players here. Yoro has the corner. Oh, whoa! What an option there from Void Bunny to do the ultimate riding free to get out of the corner. Nice spot dodge there from Yoru. Gonna get the hit here. All the way to the corner we go.
Okay, nicely done. Damage is there. We don't have SSB quite yet, but we do find the light hits as Void Bunny tried to press on their wake up. Didn't quite work. One last chance of life. Perfect time for an SSBA. They said just Thunderbird. Hold on. Oh, it doesn't get the follow up.
Was the chance? Oh, there it is. Does it work?
No.
No, not today, Satan. We're ready for the spot dodge to deal with it. That was like a really delayed SSBA too. Beatrix Void Bunny was really looking for that delay option.
No, I love that. I mean, that's what you got to do, right? If you're gonna throw it out like that, you got to get close enough that they think it's time to press. It's like a human nature to want to like tech a throw when your opponent's like right next to you. It's so hard to just. When often do you see two people like just stand at each other, point blank, and not press anything?
That's true.
Oh, we're punishing all this. Get this out of here. We're jumping over all the riding frees. We're not falling for any tricks, any traps, and that Thunderboard might be the last legs on this round.
Okay, I'm trying to find something here, though. Oh, there's the counter hit for Yoru, and that's going to definitely close out this first game. But yeah, I do like Beatrix Void Bunny's energy. Definitely, definitely fun. Definitely harnessing some of the Beatrix power of sometimes you just gotta send it.
I mean, so I saw the conversation on the internet. Who would win in a fight? You know, 100 people or one gorilla? And right now, Void Bunny's doing a good job for the gorilla, but Yoru Sensei is giving up, doing it for humanity.
For mankind. Okay, we get the conversion here into the SSBA. Strip some BP. Got to make something happen here.
I mean, damage is solid. 2 BP down. Sequencing doesn't have to be too much, and if you find that single hit, can be big, especially with Delta Clock. But the EX riding free is not going to do it, as again Yoru's just jumping over the hurdles, and has found those hits. Just recognizing that riding free is going to be like the go-to answer for Beatrix Void Bunny.
Round 2.
Yeah, and now, yeah, set point here for Yoru. Oh, finds the counter hit off the pod. Air to air working out for Beatrix Void Bunny, but can't find the full conversion. The delay air stall. Gonna catch that option there from Beatrix. Oh, once again, the air throw though this time. Yoru ready for it.
Okay, fireballs out. The double jump, preemptive double jump too, just to get out of the sky. Avoid any shenanigans. In the corner you go. SBA is going to set up a one-touch scenario. And Beatrix Void Bunny running out of options. Not even have resources for an SSBA. Instead just gets hit by the home run and is knocked out of the park and the tournament.
Yeah, good stuff to Yoru, but also congrats to Beatrix, the Void Bunny, making it in the top 8. So some killers in this bracket today too. So being able to make it to the top 8 is definitely great. So glad to see them play. Fun to see the Beatrix. Hopefully we'll see you next time.
No, absolutely super fun match. But yeah, no, kept it solid, kept it safe. You know, playing to not engage in a way detrimental of knowing that Beatrix Void Bunny just really wanted to party and denied it effectively. So nice from Yoru Sensei as they move on to losers.
Yeah, I think that's Beatrix Void Bunny's first time in a Krisalys Cup top 8. I know there was one tournament where they were super close to getting in, but not quite. So, yeah, kudos to them for making it this time around.
No, it was a lot of fun. Always happy to see new faces in online brackets, and especially when they keep things interesting. So that was a blast.
Absolutely. Here we have some familiar faces. Toriku versus Wacky Pie.
I don't know. This is my first time seeing Wacky Pie, so I'm a little impressed with this first time Krisalys Cup contender is already in the top 8. That's crazy.
Hey, people aren't ready for the wacky. They're trying to stay normal, they're trying to be serious. No, it's trying to get silly.
Okay, so yeah, Tori versus Wacky Pie, aka Iago Greats. This is a matchup that I know Tori feels. Actually, sorry, this is not even fair. This is Nier. I've already erased Nier from my mind for Wacky, so I'm still so thrown off by it. But I can't imagine Nier likes this matchup though.
I mean, I think at the end of the day, like, if you have Death, I think it's another character that like can effectively be swatted away from those like the Death normals really well. But once that's out, right, it's just she just goes crazy, and what's Nier gonna do just to hold that? So I definitely would agree with you. It's gonna be tricky as long as Wacky Pie can make the most out of those single Death hits.
For sure. Oh my gosh, with a jump out of the corner there from Wacky. Okay, try to catch the follow-up afterwards, but the plus frames at the very tip of that ultimate skill means that Tori's going to be able to find the hit here. Close out this first round.
Yeah, interesting. I like the advancing specials being able to hit Death and negate the effectiveness of Death in neutral, as long as Tori plays that right, but damage is there. Nice reaction to beat the side swap with the DP. Death is out for a long time too, so this is a big chance now.
Whoa!
Wake up, crouching heavy. Sure, okay.
All right. Okay, yeah, this is a really good range that Tori's playing at whenever he's in stance. He does such a good job of making sure that he can still mix with UL without letting their opponent be able to really find places to challenge or feel confident about challenging out.
And Far M, my beloved, still does the work when he needed to and can react to the hit, get something going. Opts to just BC, doesn't want anything to do with the overhead. And that should be the round. Oh, no, I
Oh
lied.
no! Drops it! Okay. There's a chance here for Tori. Plus frames, no BP here to spend. And that's going to be enough to close it out with a dash L.
Unfortunate way to go at that point. It was getting spooky. I thought they had it with the ultimate slashes. That was looking really good for that damage. If they would have got the juggle, it could have been great. But
Yeah.
just a little instance of Wacky Pie still just getting used to playing the character and not quite 100% there. But the fairy has returned. That just means that they are back at full power.
Yep, so now it begins, which what I meant to say earlier before the match started was that I've talked to Tori about this some, and I think Tori is pretty comfortable in this matchup with Yule versus Fairy. I know some Yule players do not like fighting against the zoners, but Tori seems to have a pretty good understanding of when to challenge, when to jump, how to deal with the Fairy RPS. But you still have to deal with the corner pressure here, no matter who you are.
This is what we've seen time and time again. With the fairy comes out, opponents get cornered. They have a tough time getting close, but our counter hit Raging Strike will be a good way to go about it. We don't finish the combo because we lost a lot of cooldowns. So not the most damage we could have hoped for, but that's something.
Okay, ball out. No resources here available for Tori.
Unblockable.
Air blocks. A little bit too close for the EX DP to be able to get the air unblockable setup there. Fine.
Happily spending all the BC at that range and a 2M. Well done there. Yeah, any kind of jump scare, any kind of neutral skip, just gonna get denied. As you know, as soon as Fairy throws out her SBA, she gets a breakpoint back. So it's so valuable, considering that she can just throw that ball typically, you know, whenever she wants, and she has a meter and restock those resources.
For sure. And a player like Iago, or sorry, like Wacky Pie, that's not afraid to BC. It's such a boon to have. Ooh, wow, that was such a delayed throw there from Tori. Oh, watch the toes. We're going to get opened up here. The BC, double BC. We're just going to keep letting it rock. There's a lot.
I need a BC back.
Yeah.
I got another in the tank. No problem. Gets tagged though. Wake up, throw, and then, okay, no more breakpoints. Got to build 100 bar before you get your next one again.
Ooh, nice. I like that challenge out there from Tori.
Overhead.
Oh, too early. He was ready too. Wacky Pie was ready for it, but still able to find the punish that they wanted.
Oh, what a fun! How funny! Just the earliest Brave counter. It wouldn't have a Brave Raging Strike. It wouldn't have worked, but
Yeah.
still able to punish. So it worked out for them. Wacky Pie, man, tying things up 1-1.
Yep. And that's important information to know. Like, Wacky Pie's reactions are really on point, and that was a fairly sneaky Raging Strike that Wacky Pie was ready for.
All right, side swap in the corner for no, pretty inexpensive, no problem. Freest side swap in the business. Now, once more, Fairy has all the room in the world to just play the game.
Yep. I like that Tori is recognizing whenever the kind of bold GG tosses are coming out from Wacky Pie, just opting to go for the ults like that. Exactly. That's exactly your answer for ball. You just get on the other side of it. If Fairy does it raw, you have a forward advancing move. That's typically your better option to get through it. Just getting
Okay.
close.
2-2H. I like this. We're getting the damage we need. It's nice and close. Anyone's around here. There's no reversal either for the side of Wacky Pie. Yeah, they just had a guess. Didn't have 50 meters, so no DP for you. And match point for Tori.
Okay. Let's stay back here. Oh, I like that option from Wacky Pie, opting to go for the EX whip there, because any other normal could have potentially gotten crushed by that move.
Oh,
no.
nice. Checking the legs again. We're up close and personal. Time for messy guesses. We're in the stance. Good block, the double. And we have this SBA available, so we're probably going to see that very soon. There
Yep,
it is.
there it comes. Doesn't have resources, and GG is out there, so I like that SBA.
Oh, waited out beautifully, honestly. That was really good from Tori, just getting the flip backs, had all the time in the world. Anti-air's good though, right into GG, now way to go to final round.
Okay. Yeah, that's the pretty common thing to happen. If you ever see GG like that, fairies are typically looking for you to jump out because you get a conversion if you get an anti-air, which is one thing that fairy can sometimes struggle getting. Her anti-air is not giving her the best reward. Oh no, right into GG's loving arms. Majidori is just trying to bully his way in, and I like the idea, but a little too fast on the run forward. Keeps getting clipped by GG.
Oh, try to get through it, but no dice. The spacing was too perfect, and a perfect is gonna be how we're gonna seal the deal. There's the ball, there's the finish, and a wacky pie 2-1 over Toriku in a heated match.
Yep, some Arun on Arun violence, but yeah. Actually, even the Nier. I guess Nier also counts there too.
Mm-hmm. No, well played though
Yep.
from Toriku. A lot of fun from them. But just overall solid play. And then you have that strong fairy round where you're just in full control. Just did everything you needed to contain the crazy. 'Cause, I mean, to beat the crazy, you become the crazy. So Wacky Pie understands the assignment.
This conversation going on in the in the actual room chat is pretty funny. So a little playtime is over coming out from Wacky Pie. Fuselight gets off the cabinet, runs up, and says no. And then goes back.
I'll be right back for 5 minutes, but y'all do your thing.
Okay.
Good.
Battle 1. Begin.
So I'm good. Here we go. This is going to be our losers quarters match. Fuselight versus Yoru. This is I'm not sure how much Yoru has played JF before, but I feel like I've seen that. I think they're both South America as well. But yeah, Fuselight has the corner here. Oh my gosh, the really early BC coming out from Yoru, but it's the Raging Strike instead. Cashing out with Super, kind of rare sight for Vasaraga. Typically don't see the SBAs coming through. Look at the armor. Try to jump back JL to catch that double jump out. Not gonna quite work out here for Fuse. Okay, but he's got such a good life lead. Oh no, but the throw bait is gonna get caught. Yoru's gonna try to get some damage here, but I guess the big thing here is you're stripping away the BP to make it a little bit easier to kind of bully your way in. No meter available here for Fuselight, so he's got to hold this if he wants, unless he wants to spin that last BP. Oh my gosh, just able to find counter hits the conversion off of that too.
Battle
3
2.
BP to Yora's name there, so it's always, you hate to see it. Typically you want to make sure you spend at least 1 BP there. Granted, he got the refund before, but that run up, dash up, 5H, gonna get a big counter hit. Use it, finding the hit. Going for the plus frames, double plus frames. Yep, Yora's just so good at like staying offensive. He's does a really good job of being a bully, I think. And that's the kind of playstyle that you want against Vasaraga. You want to make sure that you're staying on top of him if he does not have Soul Forge. You do have to be mindful of when he does have 50, because it's kind of a roulette of options that he's got between his different ultimate skills. It doesn't matter because Fuse gets out of the corner. Too far away for the BC to happen that time. Oh, this is kind of big here for Fuse. He's going to try to kill, but I don't know if he can. Not quite enough. Quite enough, but hit him with the cheeks to close out that first game. The dash M, I don't know why Voss players like doing it to close out rounds, but it is such a funny move to see. Front flip at you.
Yeah, I think it's a funny way to end a match.
Yeah, I mean, it makes like a decent bit of sense, I suppose, because it's an overhead that you're not really expecting from Vasaraga. He's not really, doesn't really have that kind of mix, so your players typically are not ready for that option, even if it is reactable, even if it's not great. But Yoru so far has the corner here. Nice. Doesn't get opened up by that delay overhead. The jumping JLs. I love these options from Fuselet to deal with people in the air. Like jump back JL has been putting in quite a bit of work in bracket for him today.
For sure.
Okay, yeah, a little bit too bold on the march there for Fuselet. So I think this is enough to close it out this round for
Yep.
Yoru.
This won't happen again.
He just kind of was wall splatted for a second before we went on to the next round. That was funny. Okay. No escape throw caught Fuselet trying to mash something, which this is an awful situation for Fuselet to be in. No bar, no Soul Forge, but it's still able to find a way out and jumps out. But the brave counter bait from Yoru with that parry gonna find its mark. Fuselet doesn't care though. We're gonna do our reversal. Soul Forge is available. Being patient. Oh my gosh, getting a little scrambly there with those double jumps. There was a good bait there from Yoru. Staying on top of him. Okay, nice. Cancels the parry out because he recognizes the march is happening. The armor available too. The pods are available. You gotta be mindful of the pods. Okay, BC Soul Forge. Oh my gosh, what a read. Gets the 2H. He might be able to kill here. He doesn't have enough to do another Raging Strike, Raging Chain, so he's gonna have to hold the plus frames there off of these ultimate pods. And then the march, forward march to close out that round. Fuselet on set point, I believe. Yes, set point.
Yes.
Okay. There's a Soul Forge. Immediately disrespects the approach with the march. Okay. We caught the mash there. We have 50 available for Fuse, so Yoru's gonna have to be a little bit mindful here. Well, we just doesn't really care. Still opting to wake up with March. Not really spinning the bar to go for those reversals. Rotating your options is pretty important. Ooh, get snatched. Oh no, that should be enough to close it out here for Fuselet. Gonna take Yoru out of the bracket. Gonna move on forward into loser semis. The Vasaraga still looking as dangerous as ever. Fuse is pretty dang good.
Yep. The more things change, the more they stay the same.
Yep, for sure. The one thing that does change though was Iago's name. That is a
True,
one
yes.
constant of the that is the one constant of the universe is the either in-game name or I guess now Star GG names.
Yeah.
Will switch on us.
Yeah, I guess it's starting to expand out into Start GG.
Yeah, just don't do it with your real name. Don't start changing
Yeah.
your real name for the memes. You know, that might be crossing the line.
For sure. Alright, here we go. Shiru versus Wacky Pie.
I guess she's not easy to
Yeah, the fairy coming through this time, which yeah, I think makes. I mean, depending on how sweaty Wacky wants to be moving forward with bracket, this is a matchup that I know Wacky is familiar with and comfortable with. I honestly think Fairy does pretty well into Cagliostro.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see if Yoru is able to kind of represent some options and give Wacky Pie a hard time here. Okay. GD out to kind of control that space. Trap is there, but Fairy kind of really doesn't care about the traps. She's got quite a few buttons that kind of just negate traps overall in general, so it kind of makes that kind of neutral not so great for Cag. But it's still fine for Shiro. We're going to find a hit. Try to take us all the way to the corner. Staying pretty far away to make Brave counting a little bit less valuable here for Wacky Pie. But we find the random EX whip with our side switch off of the ball super. No BP available here for Shiro. Throw right into the trap. We have 100 bar and the wall bounce. That should be enough to close it out. No problem.
Yeah, I guess,
Oh.
yeah, Shiru's, definitely using a lot of those, mix-ups, you know, trying to get the one-up on, you know, Wacky Pie's range.
For sure, yeah. And shout out to Tori for the raid. Good run today. Fun to watch.
Hell yeah, thank you,
Level up.
Tori.
Yeah, thank you.
Gosh. Like,
Nice.
looked away for a second, and now Wacky Pie is at death's door already.
Yeah, I mean, their fairy's been the one doing a lot of magic, but looks like Shiro very well equipped. Not as difficult as Matera, right? So he's not worried about like a lot of those air options. But now the ball's out. We have a brave point there, but we still can't take any chip. The overhead's good. Hold on, the damage is solid.
That still worked. That's crazy. But yeah, gotta be careful here, though. Your options are, and I mean, you're still like okay because fairy neutral is pretty good against Kag, I think in general. But the
Oh.
backdash gets caught by the ultimate spears.
Yeah, the second backdash wasn't quite enough. That's so active with the ultimate. Just, I like that. Recognizing that another backdash is coming out to make some space. Wacky Pie, that was do or die. Best they could in that situation, just didn't work.
Yeah, I like the air stalls here from Shiro to kind of deal with GG being out.
Yeah, it's hard. It's like the floor is lava. Fine, all right. I ain't dealing with none of that.
Nice side switch here for Wacky Pie. Okay, just kind of staying back here. Your Shiro is like, I like that he's representing just like run up dash L and just kind of, you know, run forward and challenge out the space just like that, because that was pretty sure that was a 2U that was supposed to come out from Wacky Pie. But sometimes dealing with people running forward at you is a little difficult with Fairy because it's pretty easy to get her buttons like counter hit out of. They are a little bit on the slower side. Even though they are big, they are a little bit slow.
And it worked I mean, a character like Cagliostro, right? You're worried about her full screen options when it's just like, okay, I don't want to press something or else I'll get hit by like, you know, 22M, 22H, and then like next thing you know, she's in your face with 22L and 66L, and yeah, it's a good way of mixing up and taking advantage of like a character that can fight at every range effectively. Almost. I mean, Fairy can do kind of the same at the same time. It's just having buttons that lose out to things like 66L consistently, or just, you know, the fact that Cagliostro can just do that and teleport on you.
Yeah, and this is looking a little dicey here for Wacky Pie. The trap setup. Nice. Yeah, 2U to get rid of the traps. Oh, I love that option from Wacky Pie to go for the EX whip to catch the landing. Nothing that she could really have done about that.
The GG kind of messed things up though, because GG just made it so that cool, I'm not going to beat side swaps. You're still stuck in this corner until that side swap finally happened. But look at that 5L to beat out like the 5M is a tough spot here for Wacky Pie.
Wow, what a call out there with the ultimate whip. GG out. These jump backs from Shiro are pretty good. I like these options. Jump back rock. Been putting in a lot of work.
No,
Oh,
they
no!
jumped into it. Oh,
No.
unfortunate. They have one more DP, one more ultimate skill. This is looking like Wacky Pie's last legs, and the spike will do it. Shiro with just a fantastic finish there. Oh, if they didn't run into the ultimate air trap, it was just there waiting for so long. Oh.
Yeah, it was a bit unfortunate there for sure. And might have commentators cursed my boy by saying that Wacky Pie is comfortable in the CAG matchup, but that's okay. We move on.
A fun match either way. Oh. Just seeing how that goes around, it's just like, yeah, there's just so much screen presence. There's so much lingering hitboxes that CAG puts out, and Fairy can't swing into it, or else her extended hurt boxes will just get her into a world of trouble.
Yeah, it's that kind of thing where it's kind of like the pace of the matchup matters on like your health values or whatever. Like if Fairy has the health lead, then you know CAG has got to make something happen, and vice versa. If CAG has the health lead, then Fairy has to make something happen. And I think that Fairy does a good job of kind of forcing CAG to play more her game than what CAG wants to do, because the screen control is a bit more precise when it comes to CAG with like the traps, with the spears. whereas like Fairy just like covers giant horizontal ranges with her buttons. But yeah, but Shiro's still able to be aggressive enough to kind of get around those shortcomings.
Oh yeah, played everything superbly in that regard. So really huge fan of seeing how they manage that. And you know, I like not seeing the attempt with the Nier, not wanting to deal with any of that. It just so happened that just Fairy couldn't quite cut it. But a good match and fun to see the two similar style characters with different kind of tool sets really come together.
All right. Let me see. So looks like Fuselit and Mambo are doing a warm-up match, but Shiru requested to play next just because I guess Shiru's still double bracketing. So
They're just too
Okay.
good.
yeah.
All
They're
right.
just too good.
I mean, yeah, as long as
Man.
as long as you're okay with it. Like usually I like to go back up to winners to give them a break, but
Yeah, and typically for your top four, part of the reason why you do like winners finals first is that you let the loser of winners finals at least have like a set to kind of cool down and not having to queue up immediately afterwards. Because sometimes that does play a factor. I know some players it doesn't really matter one way or another, but for others, having a little bit of a cooldown can be helpful.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. It looks like they're doing a Vakala mirror too. I see like both the Vakala icons above their name.
Yep.
Excuse me.
I think it's been a good top 8 though so far.
Yeah, so far so good. We have had a pretty good variety of characters that we've been seeing today. I don't think actually we have nobody doubling up. It's all unique representatives.
Yeah, except
Yeah,
no
that's how it goes.
Uno.
Don't think you're gonna see much of him around. Even the ones who do, there's some good ones, but like not enough. I think like Senpai Spider will play Uno like extremely rarely. That was one of like his entourage of characters. But I guess with like 2B and
Mhm.
Matera, they probably have enough in their enough on their hands to deal with.
Right.
Yeah, I think the last Uno I saw in bracket was maybe Hava. I think Hava was playing Uno for a little bit. I know Zane was also playing Uno for some time.
Yeah, I guess he's back on Grimnir now. I haven't seen him on Uno a bit. All right. Looks like Fuselit's ready to go.
Okay, so we're gonna do our loser semis next. This is still first to 2, so we only have so much time to kind of adapt and figure out what the heck we're gonna be doing against the big man Vasaraga or the small girl Cagliostro. Here we go, loser semis.
All right, we'll see. Fuselit has navigated a lot of hard matchups in their day, so this will be no different. The damage output more than makes up for the hell they gotta walk through. I'm like ignoring that trap, just tipping through it like it's no problem. This is what happens when you wear like full armor, right? You can just actually just happily walk through like pointy things.
Yep,
What's the big
so
deal?
true, so true. Why you need to wear shoes? Ooh, nice jump
away.
back there.
Only thing is that, giving up ground. Only one of the traps got disappeared, and now it's pretty even here between the two. Dodges the ultimate, and now we're tackling our way back forward. Gets the scoops, and it's looking good for Fuselit, who's again just patient.
Okay, there's the armor up. About to say, these air stalls are still doing pretty well here for Shiro. Okay.
Oh, I
Nope.
love that. The stance into the anti-march. Like, you think I'm going anywhere? No. I'm waiting for you right here. There's the flop, though, and a flop it is. It's going to be SSBA.
Yeah, this is gonna be some big damage. Yeah, we're gonna actually opt for the damage here.
It's worth it. Get rid of those break points. Set yourself up for a one-touch finish there. And now now it is up to Fuselit to guess. Has an ultimate
50.
early.
Yeah, 50 is available, and we're doing some good job spot dodging here, but both at chip point, but the EX Spear is going to win out first.
I was curious to see who would get it. The range on the March load was not far enough to finish the job. Fuse had the idea, just too far away, but gets the wake up mash. It's a good start.
All right, Soul Forge is here. Trying to find the right moment to use it. Like that, use it to tackle, and the armor's gonna eat through that trap.
Give me that juggle. Even the crouching heavy's there. Double crouch heavy. Oh, that hurts.
Ooh, that was a really scary spot dodge. So Shiro gonna get the throw into the trap. Shiro loves these trap conversions.
It's always present, right? And it adds an extra layer. Or take the throw is as good an option as you'd hope it is. And now we get our delicious SSBA. Evens things up pretty nicely here. And what are you throwing? There's nothing here to throw, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, even when the traps aren't out, Kag just does such a good job of working around throw. Like, that TK teleport is just so good. It's really hard to deal with, hard to punish. It's got answers, but it's hard to always be ready for it.
Teleport just to put him into traps and force the block. And nice start right here for Shiro. Multi-hits, you cannot armor through. Really good call out.
Not gonna work here. Trap out. Oh, it still got caught. Got some meter. We've got some BP here available as well, but it's not gonna matter. This is gonna be enough to close out this round for Shiro. Putting him on set point to move on.
Now that double dragon to clean up and has gotten their bearings. Yeah, like, again, you're gonna take huge damage if Vasaraga gets those certain hits, right? But you cannot let that disparage you. You know, you have that advantage if you're playing Cagliostro here. You have all the annoying things on the floor. You have the spike to keep him honest. And then just once he's in the corner, he is just like putty in your hands. There's the wake up mash, which is good. But you're still stuck in this corner here in a tough spot.
Yeah, I actually was able to find the punish on spot dodging the second part of the EX tackle. That's the rare spacing where spot dodging that does work, but just wasn't quite quick enough on the spot dodge.
No armor for you again. What a good option. That's
RH is so good for her. Just in this matchup in general, it's like the moneymaker for sure for Kag.
Yeah, it's 3 chunky hits, right? It's just like everything you can hope for. Vasaraga has to just pray that they don't get sniped, and with that final hit, Shiro with the 2-0 takes it and is our hero. Well done.
Yep. Looking good. A lot of throw baits and caught Fuse trying to tech, and that's kind of like a problem with Vasaraga anyway. Like, he's kind of forced to have to guess with throw because his buttons are so slow, and like his 2L is 6 frames, I believe, but it's got like 0 range on it. So it's like, if you want to like reversal, you kind of have to commit to options like that, to commit to the throw because your frame data is so bad.
No, that was awesome. Yeah. Everything around that, super. Just happy to see matchup be so, I don't know, it's hard to say. On one hand, you have that big damage, but so little opportunities to do it. And Fuselet's so good at finding opportunities, but you're still like walking uphill. I mean, we've seen like the trenches that Vasaraga players have to go through. Like you saw at Arc World Tour, Blue Sky Guy really like being a fan favorite and doing their thing, but it's like Beepaw's just like, ha, hold this, whap from distance. And it's like, oh, well, that's the life you live when you want to play the big guy, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
True that.
Which makes their victories all the sweeter, but you know, your defeats, you just gotta shrug your shoulders and be like, that's how it is.
Yeah, but if you get the big hit though, feels good. The good chemicals start flowing.
Indeed.
Okay, so we're moving on up to our winners finals. This is Harple versus Dragalia. First to 3 for the remainder of bracket now moving forward. So we're gonna see the menace that is Harple, who's been doing some upsets today. See how well they're gonna deal with Dragalia.
And I'm just happy to be in the juicy 3 out of 5 territory here. Like Dragalia, I think you couldn't ask for a better character to deal with this. I mean, yeah, you don't have much range on Nermaya, but she's quick. She jumps through the sky, and she can be on top of you so fast. An anti-air from downtown. Hold on.
That was pretty nice.
coasting all the way to the end.
Whoa, what a spot dodge from Harple.
I love that because it was the Tiger Knee version. It just sailed off into the sky.
Yeah,
don't see that
it's a little risky option, but hey, it worked for sure. And especially against somebody like like Dragalia, that's not afraid to go for flips. Represent it early. Let them know, hey, I see you.
Dash H didn't quite work, and look at that. Fast normals, far medium, crouch medium, all of these just to be really frustrating. And Harple already having to spend meter for DP, which is that's the last option you want to spend on. You want to use those ultimate butterflies. You want to be able to do Raging Strike off those great normals, but when you can't do that, it's just you feel a little weaker.
For sure, yeah. Found a hit here though for Harple, trying to bait out the BCs, but Dragalia is not going to fall for that setup.
Okay, farm though. Gets the heal, but immediate reaction, and that's just going to be the hard knockdown into hard to blockable, but we block it, we DP it, we're surviving it, not bad. Gets the shot, and gets the round.
Yep. If anybody's got my back, it's ultimate arrow for Matera. That thing is crazy. Nice. Finds the hit there with the far L, able to get a little bit of conversion, and catches the rollout from Dragalia as well. So this is going to be a butterfly setup, trying to find our way out, but a great anti-air here from Harple.
Oh,
this is some damage.
I know it is. I've seen it all, right? I've seen any ultimate butterfly confirms off of certain characters' DPs, or just maximizing situations like that. Your life disappears. You're like, this is a zoner. She's zoning my health bar from one side to the other.
Okay, yeah, and then you're at such low health with no BP. Had to make something happen, and Harple able to snipe out Dragalia's approach and take that game one.
All right, gets the assault. Shadows Under Knight.
That really what it is, huh?
It is just
really assault.
It is just assault. But the assault from Dragalia starting to come through, but the backdash into the two-shot, all the range in the world, moonsault over, and then just blasting her back to where she came from. This is a tough spot here for Dragalia, who's now struggling to get through.
Nice. I love the ultimate Setsunas here from Dragalia to kind of just negate a lot of this neutral play from Harple. It's so fast, it gives you a crumple. Oh my god, got him.
Wow, because we've been seeing just a Setsuna, right? All we've seen that is in neutral to beat out the arrows. So the one time we go for the ultimate just moonsault, we just aiming the arrow and aiming where we think she's gonna be. I can tell Harple is probably really good at Counter Strike, Valorant. They're leading their shots so effectively. Any orgs need a first-person shooter player. Harple's got your back.
There you go. Definitely esports for sure. Oh my gosh. Put yourself in the corner here for Dragalia. Able to find your way out thanks to the counter hit, brave counter.
We see that a lot from Dragalia. They've gone for close light into heavy a couple times, but I've seen Harple just dodge the heavy, recognizing that's been coming out so consistently.
Nice. Once again, yeah, our ultimate Setsuna coming through. Yeah, I don't know about the side switch there for Dragalia, and just nothing is working out here for him.
And dipping into the Book of Monarch of just being at that range where a brave counter or a raging strike aren't going to save yourself. So you can effectively attack, and your opponent really just has to hold that or make a big call out. And so far, so bad. It's tough out here for Dragalia, but Harple's just in control.
And we find a hit here, though. So this will be good for Dragalia. If he wants to go for a setup, he can. Looking for it here. Nice! Good option there from Dragalia. Going to get the hit. I don't think this is enough to kill, but we're going to get some good damage. Yeah, not quite.
Jump away. No DP, and then we get hit by the anti-throw. Stand teching is not becoming. And now we're in the sandwich. The other butterfly's still there, but it's okay because the moon falls once more. Feels like I'm watching a playthrough of Majora's Mask.
you know, dawn of the final day. You know, I guess this is the dawn of the second day. I mean, it's Dragalia's fighting back, but we still have a hill to climb here.
Okay, blocks the Setsuna and then immediately calls out the jump. Recognizing like, yeah, I know where you want to be. Nowhere is safe.
Ooh, nice. I like that anti-air there for Dragalia. Trying to keep that pressure going. Oh, finds the counter hit.
All right,
Okay.
we have SSB available. Cash it out.
You hang by a thread. Allow me to
All right, slice and dice him up. We'll move on to our next game. Looking a lot better here for Dragalia.
Yeah, 2-1 to start. No 3-0 Frio here, and Dragalia's still got a ways to go, but Harple can bleed.
Yep. Take one game, and you can take another game. You can take another game, then you can win the set.
Okay, does the right option after the clash, point blank. Just go for the throw, the full frame option. A lot of damage here on Harple. Ultimate Butterfly after the Brave counter just to make some space.
Ooh, doesn't find the conversion off the dash shell counter hit.
We're getting our knockdowns little by little. And knowing that, you know, Matera's fastest normal isn't really that great. Knowing that we can, like, do relatively unsafe things with impunity and not have to worry too much. At the worst, you might get hit by far L, but a lot of times it's not going to be fast enough, so no problem.
Not looking too bad here for Dragalia. Just got to find our way through the Toho screen of projectiles.
Counter hits there. The one time we didn't dodge the heavy afterwards. It's been Dragalia's go-to. Light into heavy. Get that frame trap.
Oh no, try to bully, but yeah, Matera's still able to just fire out and have the butterfly cover.
Still a bit of a deficit. The arrows are starting to help. The Brave counter is even better. As if you're Harple, you can't backdash that. Oh my goodness. One more touch here will take us 2-2.
Okay, that's fine. Dragalia going to be looking for that meter. We can get another set online. We can make something happen here in neutral.
Yeah, this is where you just like sit there IB, right? You're just IBing those arrow shots and getting your meter back. No problem. And there
Nice.
it is. Oh. She even got hit by the arrow at the end, but my blade is faster than your shot. The best swordswoman in the sky. Now we are 2-2. Final game between these two in the winners finals to see who gets in that grand finals winner spot here at Krisalys Cup.
Whoa, man, the 2H there, I guess it's like a, must be like an OS that Harple's doing there in case the dash is like it goes into flip.
Interesting. Okay. Empty throw. It's a no-go, and now we're in that spot where, yeah, step it back, hit that far M, unblockable anti-air, and now we're on match point.
That was so fast. Already here. Okay, Dragalia gonna find the hit. This is in the air though, so we're gonna have to end the combo early. Doesn't matter. Finds the punish on the spot dodge against the EX flip.
And like a real Dragalia around right here. Doesn't get the DP, but it's okay because we have enough meter for another Ultimate Setsuna. We tried a 2H, but no good. We had to have DP'd there. Instead, a Mondo amount of damage. Spends a break point. Transient gets thrown. Ultimate Butterfly's out. One touch away from finishing the job. Another throw will do it too.
Oh man, the chip is a factor, but from downtown, the dash H are gonna catch overhead, and Harple is gonna take that game 5 pretty quick. And 3-2 in their favor.
That was such a quick turn of events. Like, it was all Dragalia in that corner there, but then just once the butterfly came out, the throws came through, and I just saw Normaya's life just disappear. That was crazy. That was good.
That was fast. And
Indeed, yeah.
yeah, blink and you'll miss it. We're already ready for losers finals. So we got Shiro stepping up the plate against Dragalia. So let's see how if we can at least like take a second, drink some water, take a breather.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's I know in my experience, whenever I see people like when they think they're ready to go and play like their next match immediately after losing, they kind of regret playing afterwards. They're like, I should have taken a break. I should, like, because they go in tilted, and I don't think necessarily there's any reason for Dragalia to be too tilted. I mean, it was close. It was a close set,
Yeah.
but Dragalia is online quite a bit too, so you kind of get used to.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone has the amount of experience, right, and probably have enough tempered of a mindset, it's them. But Again, it's like not super high stakes. Again, like it's pride on the line, right?
That's
But,
true.
you know,
That's
if
true.
you're losing an online event, if you're getting mad at losing an online event, then you gotta like go outside, take a few laps, get some fresh air, touch some grass. You know, I behoove you. Go to your locals if you have
Yes,
them.
go to your locals.
If you're
Support
lucky to
locals.
have some. Catch
Yeah,
me
caught
up.
the
Post-oak fight
toes
club
there.
music. Big combo. Go. Interesting that we're seeing. So this is just immediate losers finals, huh? It's not often that I see like winners finals and losers finals off the bat.
What a spot dodge there. The double, you know, you got the BP to spin, and it is a post nerf BP worlds or BC world,
Ooh.
excuse me. Okay.
Transiented, like dashed right into the loving arms of the trap. Just fell like face. That's why we set those up for people like Normaya. You know.
Yep, not too shabby. I imagine that Ultimate Setsun is probably still just fine enough in this matchup too, to kind of get around those. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, good
Mr.
set.
Tech. But that crouching M is there. We're waiting it out. Just feigning little lights just to see and force a reaction out of Dragalia.
Uh-oh, doesn't get the BC and immediately into the SBA. That's definitely going to be enough to close out this first game for Shiro.
I know how this must sound coming from the founder of
All right, one game up. Already there? No, I'm sorry. There we go. I keep confusing myself. I'm overthinking things.
That's
It's okay.
That's fair. It's the end of bracket. They all kind of bleed together a little bit.
Okay, nope.
my gosh.
What are you swinging at? There's nothing there. You're fighting ghosts.
Dang, hit him with the after image technique.
Okay, good dodge. Gets swept though. Nice run up here. The side swap is always really good.
Oh my gosh, yeah, caught the toes, the walk back there from Dragalia, but doesn't actually finish the combo. Oh, transient to get out of the corner and then back in. That's what
I
we're
love
looking
that.
for. Okay,
ping
I
pong.
understand now. We're looking for the BC baits.
Yeah, it's good if you keep yourself out of the corner because, like, typically, right, the moonsault is essentially just like a BC dispenser. You do it to your opponent, they BC immediately. Unless they don't, and then you're stuck in the corner. So, you know, interesting. When people don't want to play the game.
Yep. You know, use BC while you can before they hit it again. For like
We've been
the
saying
third
that for
time.
like, you know, they've been saying that for like a year and a half right now. So I don't know.
That's true. I remember when in the beta when they were like, "Man, BC is so bad. Why would you ever do BC?" And now look at us now.
Yep. Don't worry, guys. I'll nerf 6XL. Don't worry, guys. Next patch, don't worry. Yeah. When they come out parading shirts that say 6XL
Dude,
on them,
I want one of
they're
those shirts so bad.
The devs are in on the joke and they know this is strong, and we're just gonna laugh about it. Like, there's supposed to be a developer Q&A on the official server, and I'm curious. Like, I know there's some trolling questions, but I'm curious how much of that is just like, what's the philosophy behind 6XL? Why? You know, someone's asking that with full heart.
Oh, for sure. All right, Magnet hand grab here for Dragalia. Has the corner baited out. This is going to be enough to kill.
Right into the slashes. Watch this cutscene. Butterflies are a nice little theme here on some of these good characters. We saw the battle of the butterflies with Normaya versus Matera.
Yep.
Let's see if we get that run back. But right now, Shiro, though, trying to keep that timeline from happening.
Yeah. Gio trying to win 2 brackets today.
Oh, no A-Nader for you. 2H is not the answer to the moonsault.
Okay, has the corner here. Trying to teleport our way out. I like that Shiro's being a little sneaky with these teleports. Like, he's going for like the teleport in place to kind of bait Dragalia into like doing something preemptive that's like high risk. It's like an anti-air.
When it works, it does really good. Let's see here, though. Forces up the Brave counter. There's the grab. Doing a lot of little free damage, but the ultimate transient just to escape. And there's the BC bait that time. Super.
Yep, that move is surprisingly hard to BC. It's the fact that she can like steer it a bit and make it either like, you know, on one side or the other, and like depending on like spacing on the other side, like your BCs would just not work like in that situation. It's definitely tricky.
Mm-hmm. That was fun. Plus frames on the crouching M and then immediate like run up, delayed moonsault. But Shiro's doing a good job not falling for a lot of these. So keeping a strong head on their shoulders. And not that time though. The ultimate, the king of ultimates. Everyone laughed at me initially, like, this move is super good, it's broken. It's like, oh, you just dodge it, react to it, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, you don't understand. You're playing a different game when she just decides to just super dash on top of you.
Oh, yeah. For sure, this is looking like pretty good. There's the spot dodge to beat the ultimate transient. Yeah, that is, like, the answer to it. It's, like, a little weird, especially because whenever Narmaya glows blue, like, the options are, your answers are different, depending on what move it is.
Yeah, you're so scared because, like I said, her ultimates are all jump scares. They all effectively work in that scenario where it's ultimate Setsuno just slice through anything you're doing. Moonsault will just be on you immediately, right? Transient, like, added to the mix, just as like, hey, I want to wait out of the corner if they don't react dodge. Like, oh, it's great.
Nice, yeah, gets the counter hit off of the EX flip. Doesn't actually believe in the 2L. Now Shiro gonna have another chance here. Find her hits. Okay. Oh, nice. Sweep the leg, Johnny. And yeah, that's going to be enough to close out that game for Dragalia, going up they're 2-1 in the set so far.
All right. Keep looking like the butterfly beatdown is about to be the grand finals if Shiro doesn't get the things together. Third place ain't good enough here, and try to do their best to see themselves through. But right now, full combo here from Dragalia. Into the corner we go, and now you got to take all of this.
Oh, the double throw. Okay, I try to walk back, but just for a second, I guess Dragalia held forward or something because just got hit by the trap. Finds the punish, but can't get the conversion that Shiro is looking for. And the anti-air, once again, really not working out. These flips have been really difficult for Shiro to deal with. And not to bring in location and connection really into the mix, but it becomes a lot harder to deal with flip when if like you're too far away from your opponent, like connection-wise. Because I'm not sure where Dragalia is at, but I know that Shiro being South America, connections can be a little bit on the delayed side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Set up. Oh, that actually wasn't a punish, so that was a BC bait, but just we weren't blocking.
All right. Ooh, nice block in the overhead, immediate break counter. Like, I love what I'm seeing here. Dragalia's like awareness continues to be nothing short of ridiculous.
Very good. And the 2L to catch the walk back. That's been putting in quite a bit of work here for Shiro, and that's not. Is that enough? Not quite. Combo limit.
Okay, still in there. Hard to combo from the 6-6L on Narmaya a lot of instances. If she's out of range for 5L, she can't get nothing. That's a rough part about her kit just being designed that way without traditional far L.
Yeah, it makes for some weird situations for her, for sure. And like the different stances too, because like the ranges and the effectiveness of those normals also changes quite a bit. All right,
Okay.
throw into the trap.
Good juggle here. Shiro staking him alive. Power up's good too, but the DP's even better. Side swap? Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the best thing about ultimate DPs is getting that side swap.
And now if you're in a tough spot, yeah, now you're one more combo or a throw. The dodge was risky, brave, and with that, the double
my!
What are we doing? Grand Blue or Leapfrog?
Man, that's a 2-for-1 sale on flips from the flip merchant themselves.
I feel like I'm watching like Persona and like just Yosuke flipping around. It's like that's where Moonsault came from, and she's doing her best impression. Good lord.
Yep. Wow. So yeah, that is Dragalia going to take that. 3-1. Moving on to get the run back, and as you called it, Raph, the butterfly beatdown between Matera and Narmaya.
Mm-hmm. Like that butterfly beatdown. I mean, it's true. It's true.
Yeah. Yeah, so Dragalia back in the hot seat once again. We saw him play in winners finals. We had to play Amelia in
Yeah.
losers finals, and now we're back up in the grands.
Yeah, if you need a breather, Dragalia, take it. It seems like you've been through a lot, Whenever you're ready.
Yeah,
It seems
we're
like, yeah,
going into-
Dragalia, put Narmaya all the way through. Like, I didn't see any of the other characters that Dragalia sometimes plays, like Bakala or... Yeah, no, I understand, Dragalia. Like, take your time. I figured you might need a second.
Yeah, we're getting into potentially our final 2 sets for tonight for Krisalys Cup number 16. Appreciate all you guys hanging with us and entering bracket and
Yeah.
just vibing with us. It's been fun. It's been a good time so far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely something I look forward to. And, I always appreciate everyone in chat, my great commentators, my TOs, everyone that puts it together. All right. Here, on to our grand finals.
Believe in victory. Round
Yep,
1.
grand finals. Harple coming in on the winner's side, Dragalia on the loser side. It was a game 5 that we saw in winners finals, so we're gonna see if Dragalia can keep the energy going and be able to fight back against Harple. And so far, it's looking really good for him.
Yeah, strong start. Offense is king a lot of times, but we've seen how well Harple was at just anticipating and getting damage in all these spots. But right now, they went for a slidey, a little unsafe, but it's okay. Losing around there. Winner's side, they have 3 games to give. Let's see how goofy they go. But
Yeah, that is true. That is one factor about like being on winner's side of brackets is you can be a little bit more bold in your options and like cycle things that might catch your opponent off guard that you might not do if like you were playing a normal set. Whoa! All right, you know what? Buff Matera DP. That was did not care. Dragalia just ran right through it.
the power of being a shorty. All right, she got 4'9", and she's making it work for her. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's 5'11" versus 5'12", or 6 foot rather.
It's like Materia's cheating too. She got like these fancy heels and she's kind of floating. So it's like, well, how much more do you need? All right.
Yeah, she is cheating, huh? She is cheating on the height charts.
All right, 6XL. We get the big flip, and we get the low. Oh, and avoiding a DP here. Great first game for Dragalia.
Yeah, the spacing that Dragalia is playing around to kind of deal with the BC range, which also helps Dragalia also play around the DP range on top of that, because that 2 DP so far have already just not worked out for Harple. Here we go, making things work. The parry DP gonna work for Dragalia. Catches the hop out with the TK flip. We can't punch the spot dodge though, so gonna be trying to find a way out, and the DP they're also not gonna work. And now Harple with the corner.
I love that. The setup. Just walk up, wait for it, gets the snipe with the hop over shot, and now we're just in the Matera zone. All the room in the world to move back. Ultimate Butterfly ready to go once we use a Brave counter. Instead, we know we get jumped in, we die. Rip.
Wow, what a flip, actually. That was a really good flip from Dragalia. It goes surprisingly far, and you're able to kind of get around that like far H spacing that the Terras like to do. To like be able to cancel into their specials.
KDP's good. Dragalia feeling that blood in the water.
Ooh, yeah, gets the hit here, gonna be able to get on the other side. Oh, caught the jump, and the BC once again just not working out. The flip merchant making you pay the price for not dealing with these flips correctly.
And it was something because like Harple was doing so consistently, but maybe like Dragalia's just been adjusting their timings, been using it in different spots, and Harple just hasn't really gotten that position where they are able to stop them effectively anymore, try to walk it back, but it's so hard to shimmy in this game. And you saw the grab there, just taking hold and putting Dragalia 2 up.
Yep. I swear Narm has magnet hands. I'm surprised every time I get snatched by this character. I don't know what. I think it's just because her grab box is like the same size, but like because she looks so like small, it's bigger than you expect. Same kind of thing with Charlotta.
No projectiles here though. We're getting these short hop flips over into big damage, into restands, into just insane pain.
Okay, yeah, challenges out there with the far elf. Oh my gosh, yep, DP when the butterfly is right next to you is actually pretty good for Matera because it makes it so you can't actually punish her going for DP.
Oh. And then to make just two specials in a row. Setsuna into the flip just to say, okay, you think it's your turn, you blocked it. Not bad, but what if I just did this? You're not the only one with an assault. This is just, we're having real night hours here.
Well, yeah, there it is again. The that 2H to snipe out the flip cancel off of the dash, the command dash there. Okay. Ooh, we challenge. You mash, but yeah, I think you're too close there. I think you're minus off of that light flip if you do it too close.
Okay, DP's out.
I like that Dragalia is going for the parry DP there because those 5U like assaults that are technically safe jumps, and it's really easy for Matera to kind of like work around BCs because of that and DPs. But yeah, the parry just doesn't care about safe jumps. Oh, where you going? Trying to backdash out, but the EX flip is going to work out, and a big counter hit for Dragalia. Going to try to send us to a reset here if we can close out this last round.
There's the booty bump, the walk back, and then there it is again. Just hop over arrow, maximize this damage with a double butterfly. 30 hits and counting. We have an SSBA available as well. Instead, we're just gonna ultimate butterfly, back it up, get the unblock, and just say psych. Nice try, buddy, but the long play was so good. I love that so much.
Yeah, I'm starting to become a big fan of players like not opting to do super and go for like the guess for game situations and going for something that either puts them in a better Oki situation or a situation like that Harple did where got the knockdown and ultimate butterfly on top of you, where the pressure you get to apply afterwards is a lot safer and you still guarantee the kill on the next interaction anyway.
No, yeah, it was too good. Like, as soon as you just see Narmaya jump into the ultimate butterfly explosion, it's like, oh, honey, where do you think you're going? But, Dragalia, never one to look lost, as much as they say in their name, but they're fighting back here as they're still working for that reset.
Yeah, we're going to spend all of our meter here on our ults for Harple, but yeah, the DP out is going to close out that round for Dragalia. Okay. Alright, good tech there early on. We'll go ahead and just try to bully our way in to not deal with some of these projectiles. And finds the counter hit. This is going to be good for Dragalia. It's going to be able to go for the restand route.
Yeah, there you go. Let's cash out this extra. Okay, too far. Didn't get that extra damage, but it's okay for Harple. Gets the... Oh, I love that double jump overhead. That was sick. You block the arrow, you still get swiped.
I'm like real surprised by that. Oh my gosh, you still missed there. I'm kind of shocked. I'm really surprised it did not work for Dragalia. Opted to go for the ultimate flip to get out, but got just too far away to be able to actually catch the Raging Strike. And oh my gosh, the crumple can't find the conversion.
Okay, we're +2 if we get those blocked. So we have a chance now once you get rid of that. And Harple still avoiding the reset. Just has to watch out for the jump scare. There's an EX ultimate Setsuna, and it's denied. I love that. Beats the startup, and Harple gets the round.
Yeah, just stay defensive, which I think is definitely the right play there. Okay, punishes the grab there from Harple. Dragalia gets the back throw. Gonna go ahead and keep that pressure going as best we can.
We're swiping right. Doing our best just to find that little hit and cash out something. Guess the DP though, it's a little bit of a start. Dragalia well on their way for this reset. Oh, what a dodge! Again, stand light into the heavy, and then we anticipated and waited, punishing the moonsault. Look at this damage coming out into the butterfly, but unfortunately we just flip again and then you die.
Yep, and then that is going to be the reset for Grands.
To admit,
Now we're all losers today.
Oh, that
They're
was so
going
fun.
right
I want to
into
say
it.
it. It's like, oh,
Yep,
we got
yep.
the big anti-air read on the ultimate. It's A-okay, and then it's like, yeah, I'm gonna do it again. Screw you.
Can't
If
stop
it hits,
him.
I win. If you avoid it, whatever.
Whoa, that did not hit though. And so now we're going for a nice route here because that's. Oh, we dropped it though. That was such a good starter there for Matera because able to keep Narmaya grounded for a while.
Okay, we're getting slid up on counter hits. Gonna give a chance. The heavy hits, the up back, and here we go in the Dragalia zone. Tough spot here if you are Harple.
Yeah, nice. Oh, that's punishable. And you have the butterfly on top, brother. He was ready. They were so ready for it.
The alley-oop combo, that was sick.
two.
Off of the backboard, that was, you couldn't ask for a better way, and you couldn't ask for a better transient right under the projectile gets to punish.
Oh, there we
Nice.
go. Yes. Yeah, didn't actually believe in the hit because he got the crouching hit. But oh no, I feel like that was not supposed to be DP.
All right, you know what? Yep. You expect me to uppercut? You fool. My sweet summer child.
And that was kind of a block button check there for Harple, and yeah, that's gonna spell the end of you this round.
I just love that. Once you know your opponent's really like cognizant of what your options are, either be a break counter or that, just being able to do your neutral skip special and just make these escapes.
Yeah, for sure.
So good.
Yeah, these timings that Dragalia's been doing have been really nice. It's the kind of thing where sometimes you can get dissuaded to do those options, but you still got to stick with it. You can't give up the important tools in the matchup.
Hey, good escape. Even better armored uppercut, and that's going to be some hard knockdown damage into some plus frames. Oh, this is going to hurt.
Okay, set up here, looking for an option, but the escape out, and the arrow actually went the wrong direction there for Matera. So 50 meter gone. No BP available, and yep, right
Holy shit.
through.
I have to admit,
She kind of got a little spooky vibes. I mean, this outfit from Dragalia with like this, like the dark blue, the black leggings. She definitely got like stealth bonus. So very hard to aim at.
Yep. Yeah, it blends into the nice sandy background.
Hey, that's the beauty of the stat bonuses, right? Doesn't matter what the environment is, as long as I got +5 stealth, no problem.
Yo, you're so right.
All right, jumping in. We're avoiding it, even though it was out of range. We react accordingly, and SSBA is going to spell a doom right now, I think. Oh, that's so much damage. Oh, you're
Yeah,
so
I
dead.
think so. Yeah, that should be enough.
dance.
Okay, I was a little worried there for a second. Matera is... Did she have lower health? I actually don't know what her health value is. I'm not sure.
I always thought she always did, yeah. Like, she was in there with, like, Fairy and Nier and other such characters. Oh,
Yeah, there is again that 2H to deal with the flip after the transient command dash.
okay. Gets the armor, though, on the DP. But immediate DP right back at you, and this is the fun stuff I like seeing. His players are really just doing everything right. I love that. Just getting everything reacted accordingly, just making sure that we're not letting you... I mean, you're going to get a flip no matter what if you're playing Narmaya, but the ones you anti-air and get a counter hit, and that's something.
Yep, and then that messed up BC gonna not quite spell the death here for Dragalia. Gonna have a second chance at life, and it's doable. It's gonna be hard, but it is doable. All right, got the backdash there. One more BP here for Harple. He can spin it if he wants to, but right through. Excuse me, dude.
Goodbye. Once more with feeling, the spacing, the timing.
Dance.
Again, I said Moonsault is a BC dispenser, and it's still true. but Dragalia knows that more than anyone and has been just spacing these so perfectly.
I'm really surprised that switched sides. That looked like that was supposed to be same side. That was really good from Dragalia.
All right, one more game. I think Dragalia will potentially have this.
Yeah, just Harpo's been having a hard time trying to stop this momentum, and stopping the flips has just not been working out. Been putting in so much work for our flip merchant here.
All right, there's the walk, but you're still under pressure here. Gets the brave counter, but oh, the whiff grab is gonna spell the round and spell doom. As Dragalia is looking unstoppable.
Yeah, already on set point after this reset. See if Harpo can find the will to continue on, the will to fight back, to keep this bracket alive.
Like, they're getting these chunky hits. They're finding some like good counter hits, and you know we're seeing the pause, we're seeing some damage, but Dragalia is just cycling their options so well, unlike the first set, and gets the counter hit anti-air. It's gonna be huge.
Yeah, butterfly out. Gonna keep the grounded space controlled. You have to watch out. There is quite a bit of resources here available for Dragalia.
Oh, as these brave points dwindle, so do Harpo's chances. Ultimate Setsuna though. Oh, we're at a guess for game situation now.
Okay. Oh, just barely out of range there. The dash M, not going to be quite enough.
Okay.
The throw, though. All right.
Survive a little longer.
Yep. You can take a round. You can take a game.
All right. Goes for immediate assault. Just getting in there to start things off with the butterfly 2. And a counter hit on the walk back. Finally beating out the throw, but doesn't get big damage.
Yeah, just kind of up to the end early, but the DP too far away here for Dragalia, so we're going to get some good damage. Probably set up into Butterfly, yeah? They're just doing the EX and the overhead and the BC bait. It is just all Harple this round with a perfect to close out this game 3.
I was about to say, it's like you're not the only one getting beat up by messing up your brave counters. Harple finally makes that magic happen, and you see how strong they do as they're waking up.
Yeah, that's a very important round for Harple. That's going to be a potentially a big momentum shift here, excuse me. And oh my, what the heck? The butterfly still caught Dragalia even after the DP whiff.
Don't put your hands in the butterfly enclosure, all right? They're vicious out here. Okay, and vicious is Harple. As they just steamrolled that round, they just poured every arrow they had in their quiver out, and it just made its mark. Really well done there, as Harple was just avoiding defeat, not giving up grand finals so easily now.
Yeah, there's the BC. We're being a bit more mindful, I think, of these BCs too, and as long as we are careful with the flips, I think we'll be okay. Because that's really been the thing that's been killing Harple, I feel like.
And they're also using more rain of arrows, so using that to kind of just secure the positioning a little more has been kind of interesting to see. They're out of brave counters though, and that enough range to get sniped, and I think putting Dragalia back on tournament point.
Yeah, sticking with it here. Let's see if we can make something happen here, but the VC gonna go ahead and relieve a little bit of pressure. Oh my gosh, got the crouching hit too with the butterfly to continue the route.
Okay, damage is incoming, it's adding up, butterfly's there. Oh, the pain and the rain. Moving forward, Harple, are you alright over here? You have the room, you can't take this damage, you have one brave point down, but the anti-air gets sniped out. And now we have a game 5.
Yeah, this momentum is definitely shifted. Again, I think that last perfect that Harple got in game 3 is starting to still paying dividends here. So let's see if Dragalia can claw back some more of this momentum and be able to stop Harple from just controlling the match.
Okay, there's a dash in. We get our Raging Strike, and the trade. I love that. The butterfly coming in clutch.
Okay. There it is. Yeah, the ultimate Setsuna goes so far. The safe jump gonna snipe out the DP. Harpo's been so like reserved about the DPs ever since like the first set of grand finals.
Or the dodge, trying to bait out brave counters. Oh, and that time gets it. I love it. Do it again. Double overhead. Wow.
That is so sneaky. It doesn't look like she recovers that quickly off of ult's arrow, but like man, she's immediately able to act and get that overhead.
Yeah, getting 2 air actions like that, absolutely sick. And again, Matera is just like open world gaming. Just however you want to play, you can do so many different things, and it's so hard to deal with unless you're Dragalia right now, erasing half that life.
Okay, yeah, finally, spot dodges the BC this time. First time we've
Oh
seen that
my.
from Dragalia. This is going to be enough to close out that round nice and quick. Final game, final round between these two. Let's see who can clutch it up and take it home.
All right, double Luigi all the way.
Okay, finally got a
The
hit.
fish is frying. The fists are flying. These arrows are making their mark and making it hell for Dragalia.
There's the ult arrow, spins the 50. There's the
Nice,
anti-air,
close
finally
heavy.
able to
Wow.
stop the assault. And the, oh my gosh! Real, little bit too eager on the trigger there for our BCs, and now Dragalia is going to take that BC off of Euphoria.
All right, you can almost die on one more hit.
Oh my gosh, didn't believe in the hit
Literally,
though!
There's the flip. There's the walk back. Do it again. More flips.
Okay, this is doable. This is going to be really tough. You're not quite at chip point yet for Harple. But you got to make something happen, and Dragalia turtles up a little bit. It might be a little difficult.
Oh, the crossover.
my.
No good. The rain of arrows.
Okay, there it is.
is
Chip
the
point!
problem. And there it is. Your winner with the transient slashes for the chip out. Dragalia lost is Dragalia won. Well done there. Coming all the way from losers, taking down Harple in an amazing set to finish off the tournament.
Well done. I think that makes Dragalia the third 2-time Krisalys Cup champion, if that makes sense. So like it's interesting. I think Yoru's won Krisalys Cup 3 times. Zane and Fuselit have won it twice, and now Dragalia has also won it twice.
Nice.
So yeah, making history here.
Yeah, and that was also going to be the case for Harple as well, because I
Yeah.
believe they won the last Chris Cup as well.
They
so,
did, yes.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Battle of Titans, battle
Indeed.
of the champions for sure.
Mhm.
No, it's good seeing 2 characters being played to their fullest by 2 amazing players in a long set. It's always a treat. So thank you all for giving it your all, and big ups to everyone being a part of the tournament. Miss Krisalys
Yeah.
putting it together, all the bracket helpers, the nice little commentators, and all the players who entered.
Yeah, it's like I always say, like, this tournament wouldn't be what it is without y'all. Like you said, everyone that both helps put it together and those that like watch it and support it. So appreciate
Mhm.
y'all. Well, I know, Raph, you said you had to go do laundry, but before you leave, is there anything you wanted to say? Anything you want to plug? Any thoughts before I let you go?
Just thank you for putting me on, Krisalys. It's always fun
Mhm.
hanging out with you and chilling with the Grand Blue community and having some fun there. Looking forward to the next Krisalys Cup 2 weeks from now. I hope you all keep it on lock, have some more fun, keep playing Grand Blue, whatever game you like as well, and aim for the skies. Thank you.
Yeah, I like that. What about you, Omega? Anything on your end?
No, just again, it was really fun to watch. Raph, it was a pleasure to commentate with you. I'm glad I got the opportunity to commentate with one of the Texas goats for sure.
Oh, thank you.
And yeah, I guess I'll plug myself a little bit. If you guys
Sure.
want to watch me yap about Fairy or I guess play gacha games since I'm on that kick now, I do stream. I am on twitch.tv/omega203. But yeah, I'm always down to talk about Grand Blue. So even if I'm not playing Grand Blue and you got something that you found, some like cool tech that you found, or if you want to also just hang with the other Fairy players, because I don't know why, but all the fairies tend to hang out with me whenever I'm streaming. So yeah, be happy to have y'all.
Awesome. Well, thank you both so much. It's always a pleasure having you both on the mic. Like, I think you both have really great insights, and you're also very entertaining. So, always appreciate you, taking time out of your day to help commentate the tournament. And yeah,
It's a pleasure. Until next time.
yeah, for
Everyone have a good
sure.
night.
Yes,
Yep,
you
yep.
as well.
I'll see y'all later. Later.
Take care. All right, y'all. Well, again, thank you so much for, oh yeah, I guess I should check and see how the redemption bracket is going. I forgot to mention that Rorin has so graciously agreed to run that, so let me see if that's still going on. But yeah, we are wrapped up with the main bracket at least. If Rorin is still doing it, I'll give him a raid. See where he's at. I guess they're in finals at the moment, so I'll try to wrap this up quickly so we can give a raid. But yeah, thank you guys so much for another great Krisalys Cup. As always, lots of great action, great commentators. Shout out to all my tournament organizers that helped make this a success as well. So like, Nyx, Rorin, who's doing the redemption bracket, Meme was in here earlier, Mikkel. Always appreciate your guys' help in making this a success. Oops, I pressed the wrong button. And yeah, big shout out to Omega and Raph for their great job on commentary, as always. And yeah, congratulations to Dragalia for being a 2-time Krisalys Cup champion. Especially, coming back from the loser side. It looked like it was pretty rough, but yeah, just goes to show, like, just all the great people that enter this bracket, lots of really highly skilled people.
Blue Fantasy versus Rising.
And no, as far as I know, there wasn't a Grim. At least not one on stream. But, yes. So, on that note, I'm going to go ahead and call it here. Like Raph said, this is a bi-weekly tournament. Oh, was there? Who was it? Well, like I said, there wasn't one on stream. And I was too busy, running everything to pay attention to who else was in. Oh, Sappy went Grim. Interesting. I didn't know that Sappy was doing Grim. That's interesting. But anyways, yeah, guys, thank you so much again. Always appreciate everyone's support. Like I said, I gave a big shout out to my team. They're the ones that helped make this a success. So thank you to y'all. Thank you to everyone that stopped by and watched. Cheered on your favorite players. Just always, coming through, and Krisalys Cup has definitely grown a lot since its inception a year ago. So, and it's because of you guys. All the support that you give my tournament, it means a lot to me. Like I said, I do this for the Grand Blue community, and it always gives back in return. So, so yeah, we'll have Krisalys Cup 2 weeks from now, same time, 5 p.m. Central. In terms of what else I'll be doing this week, I don't have a official schedule out yet. I'll try to get that out. Again, I know I haven't been super consistent with the streams lately just because of real life challenges, but had some pretty good interviews last week, so hopefully I'll hear some good news and get a job offer. So I'll keep y'all updated on my socials and my Discord, which you guys can see on the screen. I'll go ahead and do a command if you want to be part of the Discord. That's the place to be. That's where I announce Krisalys Cup tournaments and anything else pertaining to my streams or just news in general. And then yeah, I'm also on social media. You can find my VODs for all my streams, including Krisalys Cup tournaments on my YouTube channel. I'm also on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and Blue Sky. So make sure you guys are following me on those platforms for some good content, and yeah, other places you can go to get news about Krisalys Cup or me or my streams in general. But yeah, in terms of the rest of my week, I think I won't be streaming on Wednesday, but I will be co-commentating a Grand Blue tournament Wednesday night. For those of you who were here for last week, or no, it wasn't last week. Not too long ago, I co-commentated a tournament series called Bato City. He's gonna be doing another tournament on Wednesday evening. I believe that starts at 7 p.m. Central or 8 Eastern. So I'm gonna be co-commentating that on Bato's channel. Let me grab the link for you guys real quick if you guys are interested in watching that. And then also on Friday, I'm going to be co-streaming a Grand Blue tournament. So not one that I'm hosting, but one that my partner, Saint Genji, is hosting. We're going to be co-streaming that. I don't think he has the link up for it yet, but it's on Friday. I think it starts at... I don't remember when it starts exactly, but yeah, be on the lookout for that. So yeah, we'll be having some more great Grand Blue action this week. And then I think on Saturday, probably Saturday evening, I'm going to continue my playthrough of Devil May Cry 4. Been having a good time with that. So yeah, that's kind of what you guys can expect. But real quick, before we do a raid, I'm going to drop the Bato City link. So, and this one, normally it's a beginner tournament, but this week is actually going to be open. So, for those of you that... Yeah, like as you know, Krisalys Cup is an open tournament. Bato City typically does beginner, but this week is actually going to be open. So make sure you guys, click on that link and join up on that, because anyone of any rank can join, and yours truly will be commentating that, along with Bato, who always has good energy. Oh, actually, I was about to do a raid to Roarin, but I think they might be done already. I think. Let me check. I'm gonna go into Roarin's stream real quick. Hey Roarin, how did the redemption bracket go? Wonder who won? Dragalia did. Dragalia. Oh, they're doing a Thug finals. I guess they're gonna do a Thug finals, Sappy versus Roarin, so I'm gonna send you guys that way. But I'm gonna give Roarin some heads up, so he's ready for it. Cool. Alright, guys. I am gonna go ahead and send you guys over to Roarin, who, as I mentioned, so graciously ran the redemption bracket for tonight, and also did the one at the last Krisalys Cup. And yeah, they're gonna be doing a Thug match versus the winner of the redemption bracket, who is Sappy. So yeah, make sure you guys stick around for that to watch Roarin and Sappy duke it out. But until then, see you guys in 2 weeks from now for the next Krisalys Cup. And like I said, I kind of gave you an overview of what you can expect for my streams, and just, how to stay in touch with me via socials and Discord. But until then, make sure you guys listen to Siegfried, take care of yourselves, hydrate, sit back, relax, all that good stuff. And yeah, their thuggin' match is about to begin, so I'm gonna go ahead and send you guys that way. Alright, thanks again, y'all, and take care. See you in the next one.